Thunder Grunt.
SHRIMPNIGHT.
Well, I'm recording now since we're going to start at 8:41 thanks to John falling asleep during Antiques Roach. Good Lord. Like I said to Huey when it got to be like 15 minutes late, I was like, this is why there's no more Mound of Thunder. That's exactly why there's not any more show. Yeah, there you go. So the reason I wanted to bring you guys back is I'm going to do this with all my failed podcasts. Or not failed, ended.
Jeez, that's
Let's not call it failed.
Yeah, it was kind of bleak.
I thought this was to talk about getting back together.
Oh, no. This is, it's over, and it's staying
God
that
damn
way.
it.
We are not bringing it back.
I'm going to click leave meeting now.
I just bought us I commissioned a whole new piece of art for our cover work.
I bought 10 years of web hosting
Hey,
space.
that cover picture is pretty fucking great. It was.
I love that cover picture.
That was money well
That's a
spent.
pretty
Jimmy.
good.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Pretty
money
good cover.
It's a money well spent on
Use it
artwork.
for something else.
But so like because of the pandemic, I've been having like, my midlife crisis of podcasting because I've been doing it since Matt PA, the one we all know and love, forced me to do it like 2011, 2010, I can't remember. And so I've gone through so many shows at this point. I want to like get band back together one last time for all and figure out what went wrong and
What went right?
what went right.
Yeah.
What did you guys think? And why didn't it work? Why did it have to end? And with
These
Mound,
are all questions.
these are all questions.
I just
With-
want to point out that midlife is not that bad.
This should be like the end of
Well-
your podcast life if you want my advice.
Well, I mean, I
You know
have
what I mean?
fans.
This should be like a eulogy. You Google it.
Well,
for,
that's
like,
the
all
thing
of it,
is, though,
you know?
I have a popular podcast. It's just not any of the ones we were all. That's
true.
the thing is I was telling Huey before this started, like, it's funny, all the things that made podcasting fun was doing it with my friends.
Mhm.
And that wasn't the ones that were really fun and doing it with all of us.
No,
The ones that no one really wanted to listen
makes sense.
Broad appeal.
to. Well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Appeal to no broads.
Do you guys remember how we started? Do you remember the night that led to it and what happened? Because
I do.
I sort of do, and I sort of remember the reasoning.
I remember it being panicked.
Yeah, it was like a
all-
problem.
Yeah, it was pretty slapdash, and like I remember there being a deadline involved, and you were kind of freaking out because your credentials were on the line.
No, it wasn't my credentials. It was Kevin Perkins.
Right.
Right. We attended a screening, early screening of Batman vs Superman,
Oh yeah.
and we were not supposed to be there. And it turned out that it basically, without going into detail, if I remember straight, it was either we act like we were supposed to be there as a member of the press for a show, or else Kevin might lose his status at his company.
Yeah, you had to write down. You just came up with Mound of Thunder as a podcast.
At
the moment.
So it was like within 2 days, I had to make a fake show. And I was like, and then all the people that were with me, which was you three, were now it wasn't like, unlike most podcasts,
We're
it
gonna
was,
have a very quick auditioning process. for the host. Where were you on the night of June 17th, 2000?
We got locked in because Bob decided.
Boy, have I got a contract for you to sign right now.
it's like the opposite of most podcasts where somebody talks to their friends and they're like, we should make this a podcast. It was like, no.
And then they don't?
You guys were just with me when this happened, and now you're the fucking hosts.
You need to help me legitimize what we're doing right now.
I
Yes.
totally forgot that.
Yes, it was literally, it was not like... we
Huey,
didn't
Jesus Christ, Huey. You don't remember the flop sweat that was going on for everybody?
It was like in Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels when he realizes he owes all the money.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
then
kind
you
of
realize
duress
that
we were under.
We had
Dude.
been pooling that money into this big thing.
Dude,
and
it was...
just pissed it away in a poker game.
It was like the mob was going to break my legs by Friday if I didn't have a podcast. And like, I needed you guys to do it. I needed it really bad.
In my memory, Bob burst into my bedroom at 4 a.m. You gotta help me.
Hey, help me.
Kevin Perkins' job is on the line. His children. They have to go to college. Batman, he's Superman.
What a dumb.
He dropped the S in the middle. I don't know why. Let's start there.
We're not okay. This is not about us reviewing BVS. Let's get that on the table right now,
just to make sure we still feel the same way.
But we had a lot to say.
we did. I mean, here's the thing: is not only did we have the pressure of trying to save Kevin's career,
which we did,
but we also all were so ungodly livid at BVS. It was like this intersection of like real life actual danger versus like actual being more angry than we've ever been in a movie. It was incredible. Like it was true. That's what makes it one of the best episodes of a podcast I've ever recorded.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. Remember?
Dude, I mean, there will never be a better review of a movie instantly after the credits when you turned to us and you went, nailed it.
They did. Pretty much what I had in mind.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's just the fucking the nature surrounding this podcast starting was so much pressure and anger on every level.
And then like within like a month we were reviewing movies that were just like
terrible.
Well, but they're
garbage.
Like perfectly fine movies, and we have nothing to say.
Yo, the second episode is hilarious. It was The Huntsman: Winter's War.
Oh my god!
It was like we went from
the sequel to The Huntsman,
Jesus, not starring Snow White.
A movie that was so bad, like Kristen Stewart was like, I don't want to be in this.
The description was the guys almost fall asleep trying to outbland the blandness of The Huntsman Winter's War. Like, we instantly went from like the most passionate fucking first episode a podcast could ever have.
Yeah.
To the most boring.
like we're all sitting there like, we have no opinion on this movie.
Who would have guessed
of this?
Who would have guessed that WB had shot their wad?
Hey, look, it stars the third dwarf out of those 7 dwarves from that one story.
Oh my god.
2 hours. What's your opinion? I don't know.
I felt like you know what? The funny thing is, I think we could have just done one episode and that would have saved Kevin. And they would have never checked if there was more episodes.
No. I remember now that we've talked about it, I remember the real fear of us being like, they might, we had to, because you wrote that thing down and they were like scrutinizing it.
Yeah.
So we were like, we better legitimize this.
Well, Kevin like called me and he's like, dude, I could get fucking fired right now. And I was like, shit, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Why did that happen? Like, how did?
Because it was a
privilege
special.
Did you abuse?
I didn't. It was actually his fault. So it wasn't my fault.
Oh yeah, I just remember being invited and then hearing. About
it was a screening that was it was a screening that people had signed up for a year in advance, and Kevin was not supposed to let other people come to it, and he said it was okay that we come. We were not supposed to be there, and when they found out we were there, it was like. When they found out my name was on the list, it was like, wait a minute, what's going on in Baltimore? That this is happening. So it like called into question the entirety of like everything, and he was like, you have got to give a reason that you were there, like you're reviewing it. And so he was like, because I had put down Thunder Grunt as my venue, and I was like, okay, so it's got to be a fucking podcast, and it's got to be in 2 days. That was what happened.
It's funny because generally, this is a situation like. I get emailed spam for these kinds of opportunities generally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
well, now it
doesn't
doesn't matter.
It just happened to be this one night where it's like, we're going to fucking kill you and fire people over. It's like, like, why? What?
The podcast mob.
You already took my phone.
Because
like,
people
paid
for it in a year in advance or something like that. It was like crazy.
I didn't know people were paying them.
It was a special thing WB did where like you want to see Batman vs Superman early, and they did it a year in advance for fans. And it just was. We were not supposed to be there.
That's so weird.
We weren't supposed to be there.
That's not fun. That's not fun for anybody.
No.
Pre-order a show at a... I mean...
No. Yeah, it doesn't
I have
make
all
sense.
kinds of colored like thoughts about that these days, but that's not fun.
Can you imagine if Kevin had lost his job over us seeing that movie?
I probably would not have been the voice of the movie.
Did they think that... Perhaps the negative comment cards were because they let fans in?
Should have let real critics in.
Jesus. Well, regardless of that, I still think it's easily one of the best review podcasts I've ever been a part of. That episode.
Yeah.
I've never been more charged up, and you guys were never more charged up. We were on fucking point.
Felt it.
Like, if we were stand-up comics, that was our night where we killed
Sure.
the entire time. Like, we just landed every fucking joke. You know? Like, it's a good episode.
Well, we learned the formula that worked for Mound of Thunder, which is somebody
Anger.
say something to make Rex angry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rex had to be angry, and we all had to have good
Oh, yeah,
quips in
yeah.
between.
Yeah.
But see, the
And
problem
especially
was...
now with like there just aren't movies like that anymore. It's like now we've come to expect damn near anything from anybody, and everything's coming out every 10 fucking minutes. Like it's such a tidal wave of content anymore that I don't get charged up about it. I've got plenty. Like there's plenty in the pocket. You got so many fucking Spider-Man movies. Jesus God, you can stop. Like.
Right,
I'm
well...
not asking for shit anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't really care anymore.
If you guys...
There's
do you
just
guys...
so much. And it's all just like everyone's involved all the time now, and there's new.
Do you feel like that was 2016?
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like in our lives? I mean, Rex, you have a kid now. Your dad, Huey, you're married. You know, like John, you're older.
Oof.
I'm saying like 20. That episode might be one of the last times we were all that angry and passionate about about any movie.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because like after that, life kind of just reminds you that this isn't like movies are great. I love movies, but it's not worth losing your fucking mind over like we did then. You know.
In fact, now when people are like talk about movies with that kind of fervor, it like I kind of recoil from it. Like I really don't like it.
Yeah.
Like people were talking about like something recently, like some other a group of friends of mine, and it's just like kind of shitting on it, and I'm just like, well, I mean, who gives a shit? There's gonna be another one in like 2 years, and they're just like
I'm fine with reviewing, but
snapshots.
I have to say, I don't think anybody's going to be happy with any iteration of Batman in the next.
I'm already sick of the fucking gun
times.
on his chest thing.
You know how I feel. I'm not excited for it at all.
The more I look at it, I'm like, nah, you know what? It's not a good idea. And I've had 2 goddamn years to look at it now, and maybe just shit the movies out and stop promoting them. It's not like I'm not going to watch a goddamn Batman movie.
I think on this show, on Mound of Thunder, I was the one who said they should stop making trailers. I think I said that several times on our show.
Instead,
I was like,
trailers have a huge resurgence.
Trailers got even more popular. I was like, God damn it.
They just released the entire score for the
Batman.
For Batman, and it sounds like something from Remember the Titans. And I was just like,
remember the Batman.
Like I just remember recoiling. Like did Batman just break his collarbone during the high school semifinals? What the fuck is
I hope Denzel Washington gives him a nice monologue.
Look,
I'll
even say this, like, since it's a Mound of Thunder episode, like, I am not excited for the Batman at all. To me, it looks less interesting than Zack Snyder doing Batman, because at least Zack Snyder was so over the top. It had that value to it. That just looks like, to me, the Batman just looks boring.
Kind of bland.
We've been there already. Didn't Nolan just do this? Didn't Nolan do all this shit? Why are we doing it again? Like, can't he dance again and go to do the Batusi and stuff? Whatever. We're not here to talk about Batman, but yeah,
what are we here to talk about?
Well, I was gonna say, I don't know, Rex. Like, I wanted to get us on a mic one last time because it ended in such a whimper.
Yeah, it did. It was like there's like a year plus of just texts like, "Hey, let's do this kind of episode. Let's do this."
At the time, remember, at the time, okay, I want to defend myself on that one, Rex. You did ask a lot, and we did have plans.
Not desperate.
I had at the time. This is before the pandemic. I had 2 running fucking movie podcasts. 3 is just I had nothing left in me, dude. I don't have nothing left to say. That's the truth. Yeah. I had 2 movie podcasts. The third one was just gonna float away. I couldn't help it.
To be fair, bonus disc was a lot less. Like, it was much more low maintenance.
Yeah, but it was constant. Like we always had it scheduled, and it happened. Yeah. It was already a thing.
And it's more consistent. It's hard to have, like, most of the bonus disc movies. You kind of know what you're getting into. So
right, and we
it's
weren't
going
required. We weren't required to.
You're
do
in the
this.
realm of
No.
not masterpieces.
Yeah.
The whole purpose of having me on bonus disc is to switch the movie that I
Yes.
was supposed to watch and piss me off.
Yes.
And that's what makes my episodes so memorable.
Yeah, it's a
The
good
year
one.
of the dog.
Well,
Doc.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about this today, actually. Like, you three guys are actually really. When I think about like my podcasting life, I'm sorry if this is too much about me. You guys can talk. You can talk over me if you want.
You're the host.
Your poke.
I know.
It's your podcast.
Well, no,
Yeah,
but like Huey, you were a co-host on Alps, which is Rex. Me and you tried our best for 3.5 years to make Thunder Grunt 1.0 work.
Yeah.
And John, you've been such a huge part of podcasting, of my life in general. Like, in a weird way, Mound was kind of like all of us coming together after. Well, you know what I mean? Like, it was like all these different people coming together that have been such a big part of it, and then we couldn't make it work, which is funnier. Like, it was like all these people that like, hey, we all do this a lot. Let's try it together, and it just didn't fucking work in the long term.
Not really.
But I kind of view this show as like somebody you're having really great sex with for like a month, and then you just stop talking to completely. Like,
Which
it worked
one of
for
us
a
were you
moment.
having sex with, Bob?
Huey,
I'm having
obviously.
trouble with
Pretty
this
sure it
metaphor.
wasn't there.
Metaphor. But I think it was really good for a moment, and then it just was like, why are we doing this again? And then we just didn't talk anymore.
Well,
The last episode, John wasn't even there, right? Or Huey wasn't there. I think it was like it ended without one of us.
Sounds like one of you two.
I think it was. I think
Typical.
Huey, you weren't there. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Rex.
I hadn't seen Justice League. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, it ended without Huey.
Have you
even
seen it
being
since?
There.
Yeah, I've seen it.
What do you think?
Wait, which one?
Oh,
Which
yeah,
cut?
nailed it.
You nailed it, right?
Which
You
cut?
think the two directors
you're
would be a little
talking
mixed up tonally.
You're
but
talking
they really
Josh
stuck it.
Whedon, right? Like
Yeah, Josh Whedon.
Guys,
Whedon?
Friend
Think
of women.
Think about all the shit that has happened with that movie since the show ended, too. It's like
We got the freaking.
Restore the Snyder Cut literally worked. And like, they got it back, and then Josh Whedon revealed himself to be a monster. It's like all
Recently,
this shit
is what,
happened.
3 days ago?
3 days ago, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
the best part is doubling
He hasn't
down.
helped himself.
That was the best part.
oh yeah.
Double down on just punching down on women and minorities in the same interview. It's just
It's like,
master
Josh,
stroke.
do you jump on grenades? And he goes, no, I jump on landmines. And he jumped on a landmine
Mhm.
and blew
Hey,
his
Josh,
guts all over the
Josh,
place.
you cut the one black actor out of your main cast in your movie. Is it okay? And he's like, well, he's a really bad actor. Like, Jesus Christ.
he's like,
Dude.
I just want to point out half of him was robot.
Yeah. What do you
What an
expect?
asshole.
Shakespeare?
All right.
He's like, half of him was CGI. He wasn't really a
Yeah, he wasn't. Half of them couldn't even show up to work every day. What does
Yeah.
that say about his work ethic?
you know.
He looked like Scooby-Doo RoboCop. Come on.
Why couldn't he transform into a better actor? I don't know.
Well, we don't need to belabor what a piece of.
He had the mother
work this man
boxes.
is.
Why didn't he just, give himself some more screen time?
I was gonna rename them the father boxes, but you
The
know,
father box.
He's charged up.
SJWs.
Yeah.
I was gonna say too. I think that if I went back and I listened to a few episodes, I think one of the funny things is how we all seem to feel extremely guilty that we were 4 white guys reviewing movies.
I remember
really
us
had that- I
always
don't-
talking
You
about
always
that.
wanted
Yeah,
to lead with it,
you-
and I just didn't stop you. I wanted
Yeah.
to, because I'm like, you're gonna look back at this and be like, why the fuck am I so obsessed
say-
with this? And now we're in here
But-
talking about it.
Well,
I
it's
felt
not.
that
It's
way
fine.
in the
you,
moment.
you realize this is a condition of you having 4 white friends.
Well,
But like, you also revealed how it came together. It wasn't like you're like.
It wasn't
"We're
like-
some of the
yeah, it
most,
wasn't like I said that."
supreme people I know. No, you're like, what 3 fucking people are next to me in this theater in hot soup with me? Who have to be on
I mean,
this
let me
show.
just say too, like the fact that it started like that doesn't mean I don't love all of you and respect your opinions. It just wasn't like we planned it out. It was like,
Yeah.
Listen,
we got to do
I
this.
regret every day of my life that I'm not black. I don't need you adding to that.
Jesus Christ. Well, I was gonna say, we had Lauren on like 2 episodes, and we had
Mhm.
Sarah join. Like, we tried to bring in other people at some points.
We
I
tried
think
a lot.
running a whole goddamn network would have alleviated
We
that.
did all of
feeling.
our tricks.
Yeah.
None of them worked.
But
When did Thunder Grunt 1.0 end before it became the Bob version?
when did I don't know, when I said fuck so loud that like it shook birds from trees. I can't remember.
I can't remember the year. I think it was 2017 or 18.
Something like that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Before it became what it is now.
Everybody off.
Yeah, so it was Mound started when it still existed, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was still like
I think. Yeah, it was one of the last ones.
Network, right?
It wasn't network. It was several people joining together and.
I can't help you. I'm only interested in the history of antiques, apparently.
You're the one that fell asleep.
We weren't going to bring up why you weren't here.
Clearly, I'm not interested in antiques.
What?
Look, John, if you have to go and watch Antique Roadshow, go.
God, this is incredible.
Look, there's a reason why. There's a reason why they put a pause button on things so that you can come back to it at the exact
They
moment.
don't have pause buttons in Zoom meetings. I keep telling you this. It's live.
No,
We're not going to just sit here and wait for you.
What does the space bar do?
This is recording right now, John. This is the show.
This is real life.
Oh,
You guys, do you guys like all three of you kind of don't have, you don't podcast anymore. Not all three of you don't regularly.
I have like a stack of skull-based stuff. I just haven't done because pandemic and then depression. But
do you guys miss it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I enjoy podcasts.
Not really. I don't know. I have feelings about it. It's a lot of work, and like having a kid, I don't want extra
More work
right now. It's kind of that's primarily why skull base hasn't happened. Because I'm just like, oh my! Like every time I think about it, it's like, yeah, I'll just climb a mountain today. That's fine. Like it's just it's just a dozen actors and a whole soundscape that I have to start from scratch, and it's like hours and hours and hours of fucking.
Yeah,
it's just like, I do this all day already, so it's like
you have to make basically half a short film each episode.
Yeah, and
it's a lot.
It gets faster as it goes along, but like that initial hump, especially coming back to it, it's just like very daunting, and I could barely stand doing my job right now, so I got to work on that first.
Okay. Huey,
but, I don't know. One day we got good scripts. I love the scripts we've come up with so far. They'll probably be relevant again in 2 years. So,
John, do you actually? I used to have Chuck Wagon too, but do you actually miss podcasting?
That was part of Thunder Grunt, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for a minute.
I'm basically clearly a creature of dementia. So,
what are you talking about? We're not even ragging on you about this.
Dementia.
We're not ragging on you about
place?
this.
Do you come from the ancient land of dementia?
We're not ragging on you for forgetting this anymore. It's over with. We're done. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all right. I don't care.
Yeah,
I was already not here.
I am legitimately asking if you miss like our glory days of podcasting.
I'll tell you what I miss. I miss talking about things with people that I actually respect.
Oh no!
Wait, wait. Expand on that. Expand. Yeah. You need to expand on that.
I'm telling you, there's just like the internet is worthless. I've learned that no opinion can be expressed on it without some kind of comeuppance from somebody who is shitty and insulting you.
Mm-hmm.
So you just get bombarded by these fucking assholes that have no relevance on your life or care about what you do and probably don't even wish you a happy birthday. But God forbid you fucking comment about something and then it's all over you. And it's just like, I don't like the way people interact in the age of pandemia. It sucks.
Yeah, I don't like the natives of pandemia either.
Yeah.
As a fellow native of dementia.
So you're saying you miss talking to your friends about movies. That's what you're saying.
In real life and not in like a
not in
strangers.
I miss talking to people at length about anything.
Yeah.
Without it having to have some sort of caveat like that. And it sucks. It really sucks.
It's tough.
And
tough in this day and age.
Imagine if you watched Eternals with us as opposed to Lyle.
Oh God!
Oh man, I might remember a minute of it.
Have you ever watched a movie that takes place about 7,000 years of human history with a medieval art historian?
Nothing.
No, actually,
exactly like that comes to mind.
Yeah,
you will rip your face off. You
And
will
also, nothing
rip
happened the entire
your
time.
face off.
I feel like Rex wouldn't have got nearly as mad at the accuracy of Babylonia.
Use your
It was very
eyebrows as a
colorful.
handle and pull
Love
it
All those
out.
hieroglyphics are not correct. Hey, Lil. We're not reviewing Eternals. That's not happening.
We're not
No,
reviewing
let's
it.
not
That is
bother.
not what this is about.
No,
It's
it
not.
was great. in
Hey,
every
hang on,
way.
hang on.
Okay, Rex is leaving. It's fine.
Oh,
Huey,
wait.
while Rex is
Formatting.
gone.
Pick up that
Huey.
blade.
What's up?
Oh no, I just ruined Eternals for everybody. I ruined the
Beyblade?
neatest part.
Oh. Huey,
Yes.
you've told me outside of even before we did this that you miss podcasting several times.
I do. I enjoy podcasting just in general. I don't. My way of editing an episode is super basic, so it only takes me like an hour for every one of them I do. But I did after this. I did. I'm not sure. Magcast had probably ended. I don't even know. But
The sordid history of Magcast.
the sordid history of Magcast.
Now that needs a Zoom call.
Yeah, that I wasn't
a
on that
different Zoom
show.
call.
That's not for me to do, but yeah, that
Yeah,
definitely
we're gonna
needs
switch
a Zoom
liquids
call.
for that conversation.
Well, you guys have talked about that, right? Like doing one
yeah,
episode
actually,
reunion.
we have a reunion episode planned for some fucking time that I have to record and edit.
Sounds like a lot of work. You probably shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, you can
everyone's-
always lose it later.
Everyone
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
doing things. Don't do anything anymore.
Yeah,
It's
man,
fine.
doing stuff's dumb.
Doing stuff takes
I'm
a lot
kind
of
of
effort.
like that's honestly kind of where I've landed lately. I'm like I would if I just felt like it was worth it, and right now I just kind of don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to live on a different fucking planet. I don't know what's going to take the reset.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, Huey, you had they know and too.
they know, and I loved doing they know.
Well,
That was-
the
I
world-
love
the world-
listening to they
The
know.
world ended that show because it's not. It wasn't your fault that conspiracy theories became not fun.
no, like that was
Like,
what killed
the
it. Like,
world made sure that show wouldn't work.
Matt and I were talking, and we were just like, "What's going to be the next episode?" And we were both of us were just like,
Dude.
there's just no fun in this anymore. They've
Once
like
people
taken the
are-
fun out of it.
Out in mass, waiting for JFK Jr. to resurrect from the dead so they can
What do
run
you
with
do,
Donald
man?
Trump. You're like, okay, nothing's crazy anymore.
it
that
just
wasn't your
felt
fault.
Weird. And so yeah, we both just sort of stopped doing it. I think we might. I've been talking to Matt. We might do one last episode just to like wrap up the narrative, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
Sure. Let
Yeah.
me know. We'll put it up. At least,
I mean, if we ever do it.
yeah, at least, yeah, give it to me.
I
I'll
have
put it
this
up.
fucking.
Sure.
I have a Zoom recorder I bought, and I was like, yeah, I mean, I have all this shit, and
There was a point where conspiracy theory went from fun fan fiction to open grift. You know what I mean? And when it
Yeah.
got to open grift, not fun. It
It's
wasn't
not fun.
anymore.
No,
Not
it
fun anymore.
became. The thing was, is like when They Know started, it was like the back doors of the internet type crazy.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
it just became on the actual fucking news. It's not fun anymore.
it
When you can turn on the news on TV and they're literally talking about QAnon people, you're like, okay, this isn't. You can't laugh anymore. It's like it's not the dog bridge or whatever that was. Remember that the dog
suicide
bridge?
dog.
The
Yeah.
Bridge.
suicide dog bridge.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
What a wonderful episode
Yeah.
that was.
Right.
Delightful.
I think your pinnacle episode was when you guys went to the live convention.
Oh yeah.
That was
Absolutely.
That was
So good.
that was us also saying bye to Kathy Carson moving
That's
to
true.
Colorado. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, one thing I remember about going there, before we were going, we went to the Burger King up the road, and I ordered, it was for breakfast, and I ordered a sandwich and 2 large hash browns, and you went, I ordered a large hash brown. You said, give me 2 large hash browns, and I got them, and then when you got them, you were like, oh, they're like little discs. I thought it was like a giant large hash brown that you would eat. And so
Yeah,
you
I
had
thought
all
it was
these
like
fucking
just a big-
potatoes you had no interest in eating.
I wanted a giant log, like a meatloaf
Yeah.
of hash brown.
A proper hash brown where you just
Yeah.
take half a
Yeah.
potato
Popular
and just go
Burger
smush.
King.
I
Oh, my
want a
God, that-
drink coaster of hash brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to take a big bite out of it, like a
I wanna-
sandwich.
It is
Yeah.
a sandwich all to itself.
Yeah. But
Oh, man.
like, yeah. So there's not much to say about Mound of Thunder, but I just wanted There isn't. I really just wanted you guys.
Our asses one day.
No, I really just wanted you guys on a mic again because.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you guys are actually all. I have a list of people to be guests on Shrimp Night, and before I had the idea to bring on actual like old shows, you guys are all on it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm gonna do this with some other shows too. And like Huey, I told you I'm gonna do an Albs one.
Yeah.
But I'll leave that for. I think that one needs like I want to do the other ones first, and then Albs will be like the.
That'll be your finale.
The finale of whatever this little segment of Shrimp Night is. Yeah.
You should have every guest from Albs on that episode.
No.
All at once.
No.
Yeah, just cycle them on.
God.
Just fill the room.
Celebrity squares.
Celebrities. That would be like what? That was 116 people. No, 100 people at least. 100 people.
To get everyone in the room, let them know that you have COVID.
Tyler, I'll get Tyler to have like 5 different feeds. Like he has like 6 cell phones on him, all on Zoom, showing his face because he was on so many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like when it comes to the Mound of Thunder, though, do you guys look back on it like it was a success or a failure?
It always felt like something I wish we could have done more and
better.
More. It was something that like should have been more of like a once in a while opportunity kind of thing instead of the like kind of serialized thing we were trying to do. Because it was just sort of like we just ended up doing movies that we wouldn't have even bothered talking about otherwise, and it didn't really go anywhere most of the time. But the hot ones were hot, like superhero movies, generally speaking, in that era.
The X-Men Apocalypse was pretty good.
Yeah, because that was like when a lot of studios were still involved, and it still had degrees of misfiring and mediocrity that people didn't just eat with a fucking spoon when it came out of Disney's ass. So now it's like nothing can go wrong anymore because nobody. It's just it's all the same. There's no personality in anything anymore. Well, everybody's in Marvel now, so it's like, all right, it gets
also like,
but it's also homogenous as fuck and not really that fun to talk about anymore.
When it comes to the show, the problem was that since it coincided with me being on the press list, we kind of had to keep the momentum up with the movies that were being released, and that made us also that was like making us see things that were like we didn't have interest in, or wasn't that funny. I mean, like,
it's just hard to talk about because
driving,
so outside of purview.
Yeah. Driving all the way to Anne Arundel Mills so they can watch something that's like,
oh, that's right.
I mean, I don't regret it, but making you guys see 50 Shades of Grey or 50 Shades Blacker was pretty funny.
That's one way.
50 Shades Darker. Sorry.
Yeah,
like,
that was really funny.
Yeah, like that was funny.
Because I hadn't seen the previous ones.
Yeah. We had, I mean, like,
completely lost. Bob had to explain to us like things that had transpired in the first movie to make sense of it, and it didn't work. Like
they were in a missionary position, and they looked into each other's eyes for a moment.
Yeah.
Hey, but come on, man. When the fucking Chronicles of Riddick poster was in there.
God, we got so obsessed about the fact they had a CRTV. Like the fact that he had a VHS TV.
And a CRTV.
We lost our
serial
mind.
Killer. 100%.
We lost our mind.
Like that was fun. Like if I had to list our top 3 episodes, it would obviously be number 1, Apocalypse, and then probably 50 Shades Blacker if I'm looking at all of them. The trailer episodes were obviously terrible. It was just John screaming at us because they're named. They're literally
so mad about War Elephant.
I fucking hated that. I hate fucking War Elephants.
But I'm looking back and I'm like, man, we were really lost if we were doing like fucking trailer shows. That's probably that's my fault. I apologize for the trailer shows.
That's okay.
Like,
just ended the show. It's fine.
Yeah, no, it did. Well, no, Justice League did. Just Ass League did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon ended our podcast.
Kind of poetic though, right?
Oh, I was about to say.
Kind of poetic that Justice League ended the show. Yeah. We started with BVS and then ended on Justice League. The theatrical
big budget, straight to video,
which was supposed to be the healing action for Batman versus Superman, right?
This is the inroad.
Yeah.
It just
Did you guys see the Snyder cut?
Yeah. Dude. Dude,
it was so much better.
As soon as it came out, like at midnight or whatever, and I'm like, I'll probably just go to bed in like an hour or whatever. I watched the whole goddamn thing. I stayed up till like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, I can't believe how much better this is and how much more I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that it's like
Wild.
good. It's not a good like.
No, but
it's
yeah.
not what I would do with
It's
any of
more
these
of a-
characters at all. But like, oh my god, it was like,
It's
God,
more
I
of
feel
a
like I'm like at like an opera.
yeah. It's a complete
Awesome.
vision.
Yeah.
How's this? I would say that outside of the characters that are in it that we know and love, you know,
Mhm.
it is, it's his authorship showing. Like,
Right.
that movie is
Yeah,
so...
100%.
That's 100% that dude. You
Yeah.
can't argue it isn't.
No,
So, yeah, I appreciate it for that.
I think he should have more cracks at it.
Shut up,
Yeah,
John.
let's give him another chance,
Yeah.
guys.
No,
There isn't anyone else on
No.
earth.
Look,
Hey, can we get Brian Singer back to make a few hundred goddamn more movies?
No,
Frankly-
Brett Ratner, man. Come on.
Listen
What are
to
you
Oh,
me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we passed
Listen
the
to
torch,
me.
finally.
Listen to me. Frank Lloyd, Andrew Lloyd Webber had tons of previews for fucking fan. We couldn't figure out the fucking story. He did it like 6 or 7 fucking times. Let him do it. Let him make it again. Give him all the money. Let him make it again.
I assume this is a restore the Snyderverse joke, right? You're making right
I'm
now?
talking not only
That's an
Go to
actual
Phantom
move.
Verse joke.
You know that's an
Not a-
actual movement, right? Like
restore-
on Twitter, right? It's still going.
all I'm saying is just give Snyder money to remake the things that he fucked up until he learns how to do it, and then we treat him as a genius.
I mean, he did get
After-
$80 million to recut a movie and
Yeah,
I
shoot
mean,
more shit.
And like
Unprecedented.
reshoot some stuff. Like
Look,
the Martian
they're all-
Manhunter shit was.
They're all owned by hedge funds. Just money launder with it. It doesn't
So-
matter.
John is basically part of the restore the Snyderverse movement going on
Pretty
right
much the
now.
leader.
Yeah, it's
Like,
me.
It is
I'm the guy.
completely.
You found me.
Yeah,
Got your IP address, motherfucker.
that's
It's
right.
crazy. It's crazy to
I'm gonna
me that
brick
there
your
are people.
device.
There are people like literally that wasn't enough. I can't believe, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you got the
Right.
4-hour version of that guy's movie,
You strong
and
armed a
WB
movie
basically
studio.
like begrudgingly did that.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
move on, everyone, please. For the love of God, just stop.
Seriously, it's not worth it.
I wonder if they were like, well, it's going to be terrible and everybody will hate it. So this will be put it to bed. And
Yeah,
then
this
he
was-
ended up making it like way better, at least in his, visual style.
Yeah,
And everybody was like, well, now we want more of that.
I mean, his
Who's-
fans do.
Yeah.
Who's gotten more toxic though? Is it like DC fans or
DC fans,
Star Wars fans?
Star Wars fans. I don't know if they have like a thing to grab onto anymore, because
They got Boba Fett's fucking love handles.
Oh.
yeah, but I don't feel like even the people that
Oh.
even people like John who are trashing all the time none of it feels that passionate. So I don't really. Most people
Yeah.
are just most people that like Boba Fett or hate are just like, yeah, it's fine. I like it or I don't. It's
Yeah.
not. I don't
Yeah.
see much passion about it because Star Wars. We all know Star Wars is just going to be TV shows now, and it's not like for some reason that makes it less. I
Can't
don't know,
wait till
dire.
he
It makes it. I don't know.
It's less special.
It's less
can't wait
special,
until
yeah.
he
Streaming
shovels
things aren't
water
special.
fruit into
They
a
aren't.
Rancor's
They
mouth.
aren't. They don't
Who
feel
gives a
special at
fuck?
all. If you
No.
don't have to drive to a theater to see it, it's something that takes it away. Some kind of specialness and
And
passion.
that's such a
Yeah.
bummer that like
a bummer,
that
yeah.
existed like that since like from the 70s until recently. It was pretty much
Yeah.
just movies you'd get. And they were sparse early on, and now it's such a glut that it doesn't have anywhere near the impact that like how would you explain Star Wars' real impact to somebody like
You
your
wouldn't.
daughter, Rex? I
Oh,
mean,
it's
you would-
impossible.
You would.
yeah.
Dude, it's like going through. I can't. I can barely show her Garfield because I'm like, well, now there's like 8 other Garfield shows. But like right now, she's obsessed with Sonic the Hedgehog. She got through like Sad AM, then she like watched Adventures, watched the title screen. She was like, this is stupid. Go back to Sad AM.
That's not
Like,
a good fan.
And then she does that. We watch Underground for a little bit. It's like, it's kind of weird. Go back to Sad AM, of course. Watch Boom, watch X. It's like, there's another one, and there's a movie, and we have the games, and it's just like, dude, by the time like this is ludicrous. It's like she's living in the wake of like people trying to fix shit for 25 years to alleviate their own childhoods, and so it's just like, I hope you like stuff because, oh my good God in heaven, we've been making the living hell out of it. I feel like that's all our generation's been doing.
Yeah.
Wait till she's in Ninja Turtles. It's like there'll be no
Oh,
goddamn
man.
end to it.
Yeah. There's no
There's
end.
no
to
end.
that.
There's just series after series after series, especially from the mid-aughts on. It's just like they never stop.
I think something I used
Crazy.
to always say on our show was that because the most depressing thing I always say is I think pop culture kind of ended like a
Well,
couple
just
years
like it's
ago.
like an Ouroboros.
Yeah,
Just,
Jamie,
it's like
Jamie
it's
from
like-
Writers Blockbuster said Endgame was the end of pop culture, pretty much, and I was like, yeah, I kind of agree. Like, it's just like something feels like it's over,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
now we need to all move on, but no one's going to.
but
no one will.
actually experiencing media now is like being a fat, shitty Boba Fett in a Bacta tank, having vague dreams about what used to be.
Stop
his-
trying to review
his
Book of
heyday.
Boba
God damn
Fett,
it.
please. I don't want to
Stop
talk
it.
about Book of Boba Fett.
There are no primary colors in Star Trek Wars. It's bullshit. What
Star
are those
Trek?
flags?
Is that what you're about to say?
It's the same shit. Nobody cares.
I wish they would just cross over already. People stop
Yeah.
losing their pants about the multiverse.
I swear to God, somebody
I just-
actually said this to me. They were like, "Oh my God, Quinan's on Picard season 2." I go, "No shit, she's the only person that's like left. They haven't wheeled out for that fucking show."
I won't even watch Picard, to be honest with you. Honestly, I hate Red Letter Media, but watching their review of it, I was like, I can't ever watch that show. I
No,
won't. I
They
won't.
eviscerated
I
that.
don't want to watch it. But that's exactly the thing what Rex was talking about. They're just
I'm
really
still working my way through Next Generation.
Yeah.
So,
well, yeah, but Next Generation is good Star Trek. I don't want to watch what they're doing now.
yeah.
I don't want to see that shit. I don't know. I just can't handle it. It's like too. How many?
It's
And there's like
entire
4 of them?
universes. of
Yeah, I haven't
never-ending
seen
spin-offs
the
and
cartoon
spin-offs and
ones.
spin-offs. You can
I'm
just
not-
drown in Star Trek now. There's
I'm not
what,
watching the
4
cartoon
shows on
ones.
right now, like Lower Decks, Voyager,
I can't keep up with the shit I'm watching.
Picard.
Yeah.
I don't even watch this shit. It's like
There's Discovery,
it's-
Strange New Worlds.
Lower
Uh,
Decks.
what?
Lower
You're saying
Decks.
shit I haven't even heard of it. It's like
What?
how the hell
Lower
did we get to
Decks
this
is the
point?
cartoon, right?
Yeah.
What
yeah.
the fuck is that?
And so is Prodigy.
Yeah, Prodigy and
This is
Picard.
just
Right.
4 old white men. Now we're really what we've always feared. What is that? Is this on? Did you get that Zoom
You-
recorder? Is that working?
I
Rex,
don't know.
Rex,
I don't
you-
know if you know this, but I don't fear this. I've literally embraced this.
If you
Okay,
like a brand,
I
you should be
wear
watching
it.
original
I
content
wear it
24
like a-
hours a day.
I wear it like a child's laser tag armor, like
Oh my
Boba
God.
Fett.
You're not
like
helping the
fat
old argument at all.
Boba Fett.
You should
Like
like that he's fat.
fat,
It doesn't make sense that you don't
wrinkled-
like him
He's
being
fat
fat.
for you.
Boba
You
Fett.
always like characters being
I
fat.
never liked Boba Fett, but
Neither did
goddamn
I.
Chub, Boba Fett with his little child
You're frothing.
BMX armor on.
You have white foam coming out of your mouth.
Fuck him!
Did you get bitten by a raccoon earlier?
If anything,
Fuck 'em!
if anything, I wish he was 100 pounds heavier. It'd be even better of a show.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Watch
wish he
that.
was like really fucking fat.
It's like
It'd
the
be
helmet,
great.
like barely like squeezing at his
Yeah,
neck.
at his
and
neck
shit.
fat. It'd be great.
Oh my god!
That's what Star Wars needs.
Yeah, man.
He
So
every
super
episode
fat. Boba Fett.
he should have just fought his way
Lean
out
into
of a wedding cake. The beginning of the fucking
Okay,
show.
stop watching the show. Okay,
So
don't-
mad at it, Bob.
stop watching it. It doesn't
So
matter.
bad.
So mad.
Well, I
Are
guess
you?
that's good that you're passionate about it.
Yeah, I feel like
What
there's
did
a fire.
Robert
being...
Rodriguez just want to wheel out his grandfather? Just,
Oh, no.
What the fuck is going on?
Okay, his grandfather, Tamora Robinson, the guy who's been playing him for like what?
No,
20
I'm
years,
talking-
right?
Danny Trejo plays a Rancor owner. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
Like an elderly fucking time.
Let me ask you something. What does a Rancor owner usually look like?
He looks like a big fat slobbing piece of shit, as shown in canon in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but in canon, that was like
What is
30
happening right
years
now?
ago. I don't know. John is trying.
Who
He
gives
wants.
a shit about
John-
any of
you
this? What are you
telling
talking
me
about?
John has no
telling me-
Are you
outlet.
talking about the details
Are
of
you
the
telling
last
me
episode of
that
Boba Fett?
Tatooine?
No,
Unbelievable.
because John he wants to review fucking
We-
Book of Boba Fett.
We've
I
secretly
don't know.
gone through almost every episode. What are you doing down there?
Yeah.
Fuck, it's a brochure.
In the
It's
bottom
not even
right
a
square.
full book.
All right, I guess everyone's not going to see the same view as me.
What are you?
What are you?
I'm in the top right.
No,
Oh,
yeah, it's
I'm
not
in
the
the
same.
top
It's not
right
the
for
same
me.
for everybody. Yeah,
But I'm on the top right.
yeah. See,
No,
exactly. It's not the same
man.
for everyone.
That ain't right.
Just look at your
Alright.
camera, not the person.
I'm not looking into
Yeah.
the camera. There's a little light in my camera. I'm going blind looking at it. I gotta look above
You
it.
you gotta put tape on it.
Makes me look, I don't know, a little disinterested, I guess. I apologize.
You
Maybe,
never.
Maybe if you had a
Well,
Rex, I played D&D with you for like a year, and I was never I was never sure if you were interested in anything that was happening. It's just
It comes and goes. Honestly, D&D can kind of
what interest?
hey, I got kicked out of D&D. That's how all that went
it
for
can be
me.
very, very informational.
I got
at
kicked out
times.
of that game of D&D.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I don't think so because
I don't
ours
think so. 'Cause
started.
we started all together.
No, well, I mean
so
like that group.
I wouldn't have let you
That
be
group
kicked
basically kicked me and Adam out.
out. Oh, that was like an
like-
earlier.
Yeah, we got kicked out of that fucking group. I don't blame them.
No.
I don't really like D&D that much.
I mean, you were just
Honestly,
trying to see
I'm
how
like-
mad you can make
I-
Adam.
Yeah, I was like,
Actually,
this is. I really just wanted to hang out with everybody, and D&D was in the way. That was the problem. It was just like
I
a
don't
fucking
quite feel that
nuisance.
way, but sometimes it is like a little too
Dude,
much homework. And
I know, like I'm supposed to be this creative dude, but like playing D&D with everyone when they're doing voices.
I
and
don't
stuff,
agree
I'm
that like being creative and automatically translates to liking D&D.
I don't either. I don't
kind of
either.
don't like being.
Yeah.
I like when I'm in the mood for it, when it's work. I'm like, I'm not saying like I hate it outright, but like with that as the pretense going into it being as long as it is, etc.
Yeah.
There are just things that just kind of rankle me about it, and like I'm not always.
Do you
that
feel this
excited.
way? Because like
I make myself do it anyway because it's like you're gonna have a good time because you're with your friends.
you're friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta be like.
For me, I'm
you know,
like it's
be veggies
actually.
a little bit.
I'm always like, I don't want to waste my creativity when it's not being recorded, to be honest with you. That's how I feel. And D&D, I'm like, we're going to tell stories that only we're going to see in a room. What? I was like, I don't want to do this.
I hear
Like,
you. Yeah.
I don't want to put effort into doing characters and voices and shit
Yeah.
when no
I
one
hear
else
ya.
is going
I
to
hear ya.
see it. I was like, this is fucking useless. I don't want to do that.
I actually feel the exact opposite. If I don't have to record something, I'd much rather do that.
Oh, see, that's me. It's like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just hang out.
I would rather have experiences with all of you rather than try to commodify our friendships into an activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
As we
the thing that-
podcast.
Oh, no.
This is
that's-
literally.
No. But that was the issue, was the fact that making it scheduled, making it a thing.
Yeah.
Over time,
Yeah,
you
but
get
I mean,
resentful about
we're
that.
old men. Like we kind of have to do that. I can't just be like, hey, just come out. I'm like, fucking fuck out of my house.
I mean, dude, when we all met,
not that I don't love y'all, but it's like,
I mean, do you remember?
that shit about every minute of every day.
There are moments
Kind of
where
need to schedule it for a reason, you know.
I think about like what was going on in Huey's house like 10 years ago. It was like it was like people were doing stuff for MagFest Bros and Thunderground all at the same time. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was like it was like the house from Forrest Gump with people coming in and out. It was nuts. But you can't, all that's dead now, not just because of COVID, but because of we're old.
Yeah, you just don't. It doesn't last forever.
No, John, I think it's not just COVID though. I don't think it would be happening. It was already once Wind Up closed. I feel like that was
that really hit.
Kathy left, Wind Up closed, and Bros died. And that all kind of made it end.
Wait a minute, Bob. There are over 80 positions for glitterists that are open right
All right, let's not on the mic with that. Let's not.
Cut that out.
That's for Bros became. How about this? Bros became something that wasn't for me, and that's also another thing that on the list of stuff where I was like, oh, we're old.
Sure. Yeah.
And that stuff isn't going to be what it was,
Right.
So now we got to commodify it with shit like this. I'll talk about this on another episode, but seeing Matt every 2 weeks, I loved it. I love hanging out with Matt every 2 weeks. But if we didn't have bonus disc, I don't know if that would have been happening.
Yeah.
We both had other shit going on in our lives. We had to have that scheduled thing.
Schedules are good,
Well,
man. It's how I get anything done.
let's
Put it on the
just
calendar.
say that 2 weeks is the sweet spot, though.
2 weeks is a sweet spot.
Doing it every week.
Anything else
was
in your
a
life,
fucking-
just your
that
whole life
phase.
becomes a podcast, and that's.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make shrimp
Don't have
night
time
once
for
a
that.
month because I just don't. I don't unless I have
Maybe
something.
once a year. I mean, it's
Once a
all- you know,
year.
it's not like. I mean, is the goal to have a following? Like it's.
I have a following
piece
for the other
of-
thing.
Yeah. So it doesn't.
Yeah,
The people
Does that
that
translate to this at all?
the shrimp nights tend to get over 200 downloads, but I think they might be people are just auto clicking from the regular
Yeah.
Blockbusters fans that are
Why
like,
isn't it playing?
why isn't this the movie one? I don't want to hear Bob talk.
I'm trying to watch Batman v Superman.
yeah.
Is this the link to the
Buddha.
4-hour cut?
I think there's
when
just
are they gonna talk about shrimp?
yeah. I think it's people are like, hey, this isn't the Save the Cat one. This isn't that one. Where's Jamie and Jimmy?
Where's
This
Blake
sucks.
Snyder? Blake Snyder.
Yeah,
You
right.
lied to me again.
Right. It's fine. Whatever. If anyone listens or doesn't. But I've had people tell me that. I mean, they listen to some of these, and
I've
apparently,
listened to a few of them.
they're okay. This
I'm
one,
gonna say
yeah, go ahead.
one of my favorite episodes of Mound of Thunder, to bring it back full circle,
Please do.
was the episode where we watched trailers, which I believe was called "Your Mother is a Sexual Being."
Yes, that was you yelling at me. Your
Yeah,
mother's a sexual being.
yeah, I yelled that to you in your face, and I meant it.
We watched the
Sexual
trailers.
being.
It is.
That
true.
I think Rex, you were not on that episode. If I remember straight, it was just me, Huey, and John, which goes to show how things were going.
No,
Jesus.
that was the other one. That was the all meats are
Oh,
flat and
our,
circular.
all flat meats are the same.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
all meats.
that was Rex was not there for that because I just listened to that one today. But
Okay.
he was there for the other one. He did do a trailer episode.
Yeah,
We-
Yeah, I
because
we
remember
watched
the
it-
trailer episode.
he was clicking on the trailers. I
The
remember.
trailers we watched were King Arthur, Legend of the Sword, 50 Shades Darker, Kong
War
Skull
Elephants.
Island, Beauty and the Beast, Power Rangers, The Fate of the Furious, and Logan. Well, I literally loved 2 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
I'm
love
just-
2 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3. I like Fast 8. But regardless.
Fast Eight was pretty great.
Yeah.
It's no 7, but it's a good 8.
No,
No, 7.
Seven's
It's a
the
good
high
8.
point. 7's the high point. We never did it. We never did a Fast and Furious movie, did we?
It's no Hobbs and Shaw.
No, we do in the one with the meat one. We talk about.
Did we
Fast and
talk
Furious.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
It has like a 15
Can you believe-
review in the beginning.
Can you believe they're rebooting Power Rangers again? Like, what are we fucking doing, people?
We're changing hands with IPs.
Good
You know
lord!
what they should do? Just make the next season of Cobra Kai a soft reboot of Power Rangers. They
would
already
be
have
good.
a full cast of
That
6
would be
kids
cool.
that would do
Fucking
that would be
nailed that
perfect in
idea.
all 6 of those archetypes. And we've been watching them bullshit their way through the most unnecessary, lovable show I have come to watch in recent years.
I said the next episode should be the next season should be Terry Silver creating a robot out of the thing that Daniel fought. And you remember the thing he broke his hands on in 3? He should create a robot out of that, and then you can go with like, you know, Mr. Miyagi is Mr. Miyagi impersonator as Zordon, and he gets the teenagers to get their own robots, and then you got Terry Silver as like
Wait
a
a
Goldar
minute.
figure.
Wait a minute.
His
Wait a
name
minute.
is Silver.
His name is
Yeah,
and then they cut-
Silvar.
And then they cut to the moon, and Hillary Swank pops out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After 4 decades, I'm free.
I'm free. I'm Hillary Swank.
It was Elizabeth Banks, but that's all right.
Or it could be Jaden Smith. Either one. Jaden Smith is,
Yeah.
he's the Karate Kid from another dimension. Oh God, I hope they do.
Oh
I hope they
my
do
God.
a multiverse storyline where Jaden
He
Smith
plays
crosses
Tommy,
over.
like the Tommy character. Like the,
Yeah.
Well, no, because he's the other Karate Kid. Remember?
yeah.
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 He's got to go beat up the little asshole kid.
Right.
That's Daniel's son, but not a fighter.
Right.
The bully.
Yeah. Yeah. We never. I
Man.
can't. Well, we
So,
just.
so complicated.
I love it, man.
I love it.
I love it too.
So you can see me talk about it on another show.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I have
Is it time for plugs already?
No. If you want to plug, I have.
What the hell am I going to plug, Bob?
I don't know. What do you even do?
I'm back. 2023. I'm bored as fuck.
Why don't you just plug the fact that our world shouldn't end so you can have a future?
Eh,
Restaurants, no sneezing.
Does anyone even have anything to plug anymore? I do, obviously, but it's this. I don't even...
That's the, forgot how plugs work.
Remember back in the day when we get to the plug section of any of our podcasts and it would always be like this huge list of shit?
Oh, yeah.
People would go down all the events they had going on in Baltimore and
Yeah.
stuff. Now, plug section, fucking no one has anything to say anymore ever.
It's
What do you got
2020,
going on?
2022.
Yeah,
Well, I was gonna be in my underpants all day and
Yeah.
gonna watch Book of Boba Fett episode 4. That's about it.
Somebody's making something somewhere.
Yeah, they are.
Good for them.
They're making, but I'm saying like as far as our friend circles were concerned,
Yeah.
it was so active, and now
was.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we were always plugging other podcasts, and yeah, it was just.
Remember, like Alb's plugs? There was like actually a section that we had like a fucking theme song for and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a huge
lot of-
thing.
Yeah.
Shine. Spit shine on that. We
Like-
did good back in the day.
Yeah,
Wish
that
we
was
were
like
better.
that. If the doc was made, that would be like our Boogie Nights. The Wind Up Space documentary would be Boogie Nights. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Wind Up Space closing, like, it really hamstrung the whole
What's
scene.
sad-
Like, I mean,
Well, that's because
sad.
Russell saw the future and he knew the pandemic was coming, and he was like, "I'm out. It's done."
Yeah, you don't understand that Russell had a huge investment in wet markets, and he was just like, the bottom's gonna drop out. The bottom's gonna drop
He
out.
probably,
These wet
you know,
markets.
the stuff we didn't see is like him top loading his like, stock in like, mass companies and shit. Like he knew it was all coming.
He
Oh
put
my
all that
God.
He
wind-up
became
money into Pfizer and Moderna.
he's just loaded with NFTs, just unbelievable.
He's a blockchain wizard.
I mean, honestly, I think that the best thing we ever did did podcasting were those events.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, those were a lot of fun.
I mean, I'm not
the City
much.
Paper came out and covered it. I mean,
I don't like live podcasting. I've never liked it. I didn't like it when we did it at Friends Fest even. Like I was never a fan.
man, I got some big ass laughs in that day. I remember
it's-
that fondly.
No, I got
Getting to say
huge
poop
laughs.
as Orson Welles. Highlight of my life.
The actual podcasting live, I'm not a fan of, but our events were really good. We did the skull-based readings, we did
Yeah.
the OK Stupid readings, all that
Oh my
stuff.
God.
Man.
Like that shit, was,
Legends.
like that was magic. That was
Except,
true
well,
magic.
Mostly legends.
I went
Yeah,
to a
right.
comedy show. I went to a comedy show at the Crown like a little bit after Wyneb died, and then right after there was a hard out. Okay, they were like 9 o'clock. This other show's coming in, and the other show was Europop dance music with anime playing in the background, and the people
nice.
that came in look like the bodyguards from Harley Davidson and the Marlboro Man. You know, they were just
Nobody's gonna know.
like
Yeah, you know. You remember that?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but just
Go on.
imagine the most miserable people in like black raincoats, not enjoying anime, not enjoying Euro dance pop, not dancing, and not buying any drinks. And I was just like, ironic distance is dead. It is dead tonight, and those fuckers killed it.
Well,
And
Are
I
you
was
saying
done.
like in contrast to Wind Up? Is that what
In
you're trying
contrast
to,
to
say? Okay.
Wind Up, where I'm going to a space where they're just like, oh, tonight we're doing wings, wigs, and what was it? Fucking, it was wings,
Wing
wigs,
night. It was
white wings and
wigs.
wigs.
Yeah,
And
everyone
all
wore
you had
white.
to do was
brought
wear
up-
white, no napkins, eat a shitload of wings, and wear wigs, and that's it. And I wore a painter's onesie, and I had the best fucking time of my life, and I ate a shitload of wigs.
Man, any of the nights they were like the best. Like the
Yeah,
freaking
man.
I guess I should have an episode with just Justin Gecko just to talk about the nights.
yeah, I would love to listen to that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Like
just the nights.
McDonald's night, fucking
some of that.
Park night.
Jurassic
I
Park
thought
You
night,
showed up as
Ghostbusters
John
night.
Hammond.
The one
I
night.
just want to take all the photographs from the Wind Up space and just sort of like kid stays in the picture with Justin Gecko. like have him like motion move through the photographs and
Yeah.
talk about
Yeah, that would work.
that would be so fucking hilarious.
I remember the one that he didn't get to do was the 56K night, where he wanted to celebrate like turn of the century like modem online stuff, but he ended up not doing it because he told me he tried to find a bunch of AOL sign up discs, and they ended up. He was like actually mad at this. It turned out people like actually collect them, and they were worth a lot of money. Like the things that we all used to just throw in the garbage constantly turned out to be actually worth money, and people pay money for them online.
That's fucking insane.
And he was like, the fact that I couldn't just get thousands of them for like $15, he's like, fuck this, I'm not doing it. But I was always like, the idea of a whole night where the wind-up will be covered in a bunch of old shitty computer parts and 56K modems and like shitty old computers
just
set
playing
up.
the sounds all night.
Yeah, and like and cover bands doing like the AOL sound and stuff. Like, just, yeah, shit like that.
Thank you.
A screening of You've Got Mail, like that. Like we did Mac and Me for McDonald's night. He was gonna do, I think, You Got Mail, like.
I just remember
I was like, that's kind of funny, man.
We did the office Christmas party, and there was so much dot matrix paper everywhere.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. But that was fun. These things were fun events.
They were fun.
God damn it.
We all sound so fucking old. We're not that old.
We're not that old. It's just we're at a period of premature like evanescence because everything had to
artificial
like
aging because
fucking
we've all
society
been
had to collapse.
isolated.
I also say like those days that we're talking about, we kind of had like a second high school, which I think a lot of people don't have that. And so it hurts all the more when you get that taste again and it goes away. You know, because when high school ends, you deal with it and you move on. But then you get another one. Like, you know, I feel like in the aughts, I had another high school and then it had to end again. And I was like, oh man, no third high school for me. It's over.
Third high school is a movie.
Whew, what is that? It's like men in their 60s trying not to
going back to a normal high school.
Getting up 4 times a night because their prostate is swollen. Like, what is party time?
Take his daughter to prom.
Okay, to bring it full circle, I guess. Would you guys ever want a podcast again? I think I know Huey's answer. I'm not asking Mal. No, well,
this fucking lady shaver microphone over there.
How dare you?
I'm not asking Mal about Mal.
AKG.
I'm saying, would you guys? I'm not even
don't
asking
make any bad microphones.
Bad microphones are the key to good podcasting.
Just hold on, all right?
Yeah. I'm not asking, would you, as in like we're gonna start again, or Mound, or would you do it with me? I'm just saying, like, is that something you ever think you'll come back to in any way? Unless somebody like me forces you to do it.
I'll probably come back to talking about things once I start having experiences.
Well, I meant like recording them and releasing them, not just talking.
Like running a pod, probably. I don't know, man. Like, not really. It's a lot of work, and I don't have any particular drive to add. Like, you know, my fields are so saturated. I feel like there's just so much everything out there right now that like I'd rather go run in a park and enjoy whatever is left of fucking earth than record a podcast. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any interest in like
I think I know what you're saying.
That's a no.
I think I know
that's a no. Yeah, that's a no. That's a long no. Yeah.
I think I know what you're saying is like I don't feel like developing content. I just want to do something that's fun that I want to explore and do. You know what I mean? And that's it. Otherwise, what's the point of doing anything, you know? And you know, I'll do things. I've always done things for other people. Like I'll jump on and do your project so you can make it whatever you want it to be, you know? But that there's a joy in that too. But it's like I don't anything that I'm in the driver's seat, I'm gonna want to go where I want to go. You know, I don't necessarily want it to be popular or even like good. Look, I want it to be something where it's like I'm gonna experiment with something, and if it works, it works. Otherwise, it's like I need that space. I can't do it the other way. I can't do the whole like, hey everybody, let's all do this thing and do it for me. Yay.
It's also like a commitment thing almost. Like
absolutely.
It's like you don't want to sit down and say we're gonna do this now for God knows how long.
I think when you're younger
you can do that.
You just have all this time and you have nothing to fill it with because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And now you know what you're doing and what you like, you tend to be more covetous of your time. You know? And that's all that is. I mean, it's not like that we got older and then we decided to be like
Lazy.
to become 50-year-old guys.
Right.
Just me. And we just decided.
You are older than us.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just ancient.
You're the only one in your 40s as of this recording.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
well into the 40s, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. It's fun.
Nothing
It's
wrong with
fun.
that, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, there's
Yeah.
stuff wrong. No, believe me, other 40-year-olds will tell you you're doing stuff wrong. It's great.
I look
Like,
forward to that. Like,
why aren't your
half a
kids
decade.
10 years old already? You know, it's like, oh, fuck you.
No, I get that. So, like,
Yeah.
as someone who took over Thunder Grunt, I think I told you, John. I think I told Huey this too. Like, I put when our thing ended and I made it my thing,
mhm.
I put everything I had into it for a while. I was not expecting the pandemic to come along. Obviously, no one was.
Sure.
And that,
Except Russell.
I mean, the value in it for me was, as a guy who's not really a family man and who doesn't like think like that, I got to hang out with my friends all the time. The pandemic took away the value of podcasting, so hence why I'm doing stuff like this, because I got to like figure out why I love it again.
Sure.
Because without it being in person and without doing it, it's not great. You know, like,
What are you talking about, Bob? Look at you. Look, how can you not be happy in that Japanese murder hotel?
yeah,
of
right?
a room you have.
It's Huey's house. Huey
How
used to
dare
live in
you, man?
Okay, Huey used to live in this room, so
I did.
I don't want to
Did
hear
you
it.
now?
Yeah, Huey
Yeah.
used to live in this room.
Did you design it there? Snuff
No.
movie?
It's just
Good Lord.
it's wood walls. What are you talking about? Whatever.
Yeah, no, but nothing ever bad happened.
I have no shame, obviously. I don't care about that
Yeah.
part of it. But what I'm saying is, like, the actual value of podcasting has been kind of stolen from
Mhm.
me. And it, like, I would still enthusiastically be doing it if it wasn't for COVID. You know,
Sure.
now I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't know. At least people are listening to one show. Type of
Yeah.
thing. So I get
Yeah.
what you're saying, John. It's basically what I'm agreeing with is the commitment was worth it to me in my older age. If I had that stuff. If I
Yeah.
had the live part of it with hanging out with friends and, the actual, because it was like scheduled hang time,
Sure.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that can come back.
I
I'd be
think
happy to come over to
that's the
your
only
house.
thing. That's the only thing is the hope of that coming back, right?
Mhm.
What about you, Huey?
I mean, full disclosure, if this were in person tonight, I would do it. I mean,
I wouldn't, but I'm very.
Yeah. so
Huey can tell
whenever
you.
you're comfortable to come back to that.
I don't want to start doing. I don't want to open that lid until I don't want everyone to think it's okay for me. I don't want and I start getting invited to stuff.
I mean, it's up to you. I
Yeah,
don't,
yeah.
don't put
Yeah.
out the
We're
message.
not
that
there
you don't
yet.
wanna Put out, but
I think I read somewhere that like the ad revenue for TikToks are like 3 cents per 1,000 view or something like that. So, no matter how good an idea you come up with, somebody's going to put on a sombrero and pour ketchup on his balls and get like
Dude,
10,000 more.
have you guys heard of the therapy gecko? Have you heard of that?
Therapy.
The
guy?
And
fuck is
have any of you heard of
that?
that? So there's this guy. He's super funny. He used to be in all the film contests with me, and he started at the beginning of the pandemic. Started to do this thing called the therapy gecko. His name is Lyle Forever, and he's now got like 2 million TikTok followers. It's him in green makeup wearing a gecko costume, and people call in and tell them their problems. It's like. He's like living off of it now. And I was like, I watch his stuff all the time. This kid's way young. He's like 10 years younger than me. I used to be in the same contest as him. And I'm like, this kid's living off TikTok, basically, paying his rent and shit. And I'm like,
God.
good Lord.
Yeah.
Like there's part of me that I'm saying, like, we have been all somewhat or another doing this online thing for 10 years, me more than everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at that kid. And I'm like, God, that kid fucking figured it out right away. God damn it.
yeah, but to be fair,
I'm mad about the
that's
money
not what
more.
you're
I don't
trying
want
to do.
I don't want to
ever.
do what he's doing, but I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, he's making money. God
Yeah.
damn it.
I mean, do you want to make money? I've never gotten the sense that you've wanted to make money.
No, I never did. I never did. I'm probably gonna ask for a little bit of money in the future, but
Do you need me to pay for this?
yes.
I mean,
Just
is
send
that
me as
what
much
this is?
money. Send me. Yeah, this is me asking you
That's
guys for
what
money.
this
How much money do I have to throw at this?
Yeah,
I didn't
throw it
realize
just
we
to
had
make
to
it
pay
real.
for the shrimp night dinner.
Yeah, right. Shrimp night was Huey's idea, right?
I ordered
name
the salmon.
Yeah.
I basically stole it. So sorry, Huey.
Let's order Bob a fitted sheet.
Huey, you never answered the question either.
What was the question?
Would you ever consider podcasting again? I think you pretty much
I
answered
would.
it, but...
Honestly, for me, I just like talking about specific topics with my friends. I mean, movies I can do anytime, but like for me, when I was doing like Magcast or when I was doing They Know specifically, I get to talk about interests of mine and hear what other people think about this weird shit. Or just like the news of the time, like whatever's happening in that moment, specifically for gaming and things like that. I just enjoy doing that, but it doesn't always come up in just regular conversation. So, having like a point where I can targetedly talk about something that I like is always fun to me. So, I mean, I don't edit or do a whole lot of production on the back end for my podcast. So, to me, it's less work and more payoff. So. That's usually
because
how
the payoff is just having
the payoff is just doing it. I mean, I don't care if anybody ever listens to it. It's just if I'm going to record it, I should do something with it, which is why I tried to restore all the episodes of Magcast, but we only have 23 and up.
What a weird thing. Here's a YouTube channel with 23 episodes of a podcast.
Oh, we had 46 episodes.
Oh, 46, yeah.
So we had
See, Bob, it's
gone.
It's like a BBC broadcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah,
Oh my
really.
God.
Like a masterpiece theater show.
We lost all those
23 episodes.
like those Doctor Who episodes they lost in like the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe there's no copies of them. They're just like
I have no idea. I've checked every device I have.
So
It's not Rex's fault. Rex he gave you the chance. I know.
I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that we were gonna stop paying the Podbean thing. Like if we had just kept it up, it never would have gone away. But then one day I went to go listen to one of our old episodes and I couldn't find the show anywhere. And I messaged the little chat we had and I was like, I can't find it. Did something happen? He's like, oh, I stopped paying it like 2 months ago.
That's all it took for them to delete everything?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was like, well, can you get it back? And he never expressed the ability to be able to get anything back. And then only at this point, like now, recently, what was I like, well, I guess nothing's ever going to happen with this unless I, do it myself. So I got the episodes and it was only 23 through 46. And I was like, well, where are the rest? And I didn't know he only had that many of the episodes until it was way too late.
So they're just going forever, yeah.
Yeah.
Unless somebody pops up with them on an iPod or something.
Yeah, unless that's the only way I could see them coming back is if like somebody has an old phone they kept and then they're like, oh shit, it downloaded
Ask all the other hosts. I'm sure one of them was crazy enough to download our whole network.
You already did, didn't you?
I mean, I did, but
no, I'm saying Huey, you asked everybody already. I asked people online.
I had them ask on the after I did all the 20 some episodes I did. And put the YouTube channel up. I asked them to just post that on because I don't have a Facebook anymore. I said,
yeah, Huey's not on Facebook anymore. He's smart.
I'm not on anything.
Dude.
Yeah,
Huey
did it.
I'm on anything anymore.
It's great.
I can waste my time and feel like shit.
I mean, I get why people don't do it, but it works for me. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But so I asked them to post it on the old Magcast thing, and if anybody had any back episodes, and nobody did.
But how do you know what celebrities die?
I did find out Louis Anderson just on the when I go to a blank Chrome tab and there's just a bunch of curated shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Louis Anderson, thank God.
That's how I usually find out stuff.
Hey, something about a fucking piece of a guitar pedal that I looked up yesterday. 25 articles about
Louis
it.
Anderson and Meatloaf.
I was gonna to sort of respond to something you said like a couple minutes ago, Huey. Like I will, and Rex, I will say, and you guys know this coming from me. This means a lot. I think reviewing movies now means so much less.
Oh,
it's not. I like
it's practically.
You guys know how much I love movies and everything, and I truly do. But like, I don't because of the world, I don't really have that much passion for putting my opinion out there for movies. I
Yeah,
do.
me neither.
I love doing writers' blockbusters. That is a very specific type of
Sure, that's analysis.
criticism, an analysis that I respect, and I think it has value.
That's like old school academia.
Right. Like
level of analysis.
it has some value, but like in the end, I don't really know how interested in I am like of reviewing new movies normally. I'm like, man, it's oversaturated.
People aren't interested in making movies anymore. They just
Yeah,
make really long TV show episodes that
Yeah,
come
if
out in
anybody-
theaters sometimes.
Yeah.
ever asked me
That's-
about like what I thought about a recent movie, it's hard for me to like really generate any solid emotion anymore. Like it's
I mean,
not
I'll say
like-
I love something, but I won't really go into it.
I mean,
you know?
I'm still entertained. There's not,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
hasn't changed, but it's
Yeah.
just that I
Yeah.
don't.
I'll walk
What
out
I
looking
would
forward.
contribute doesn't feel value added at all. It's like everybody has roughly the same opinion.
Yeah.
So you know,
You think I think it's an oversaturation thing. I mean, like I said, there's
Yeah.
500 TV
Absolutely.
shows in production right now. There's over 500.
that's absurd, man.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Well, does that include like reality shows?
yes, like all TV shows. I heard it yesterday on a podcast. Actually, it was like over 500 in production TV shows in America alone. Like,
Yeah.
that's insane. That's an insane amount of content.
And the worst part about it is like you can open up your phone while you're watching it and
And watch
just
YouTube
judge it.
forever.
Judge it before judge anything before it's even if it's set up as a complete work of art. You end up just judging it immediately based on some sort of like how shitty your day was, and then it's just like, and then you just sort of just shit all over it, except for Book of Boba Fett, where he's just
my
a
God.
big
God
fat
damn it, man.
piece
What
of
the
shit.
Fuck.
Where's the mute button on the Zoom recorder?
You are totally contradictory in that you usually love when people are fat. It doesn't
His
make sense.
His fucking head looks like
When Godzilla was fat, you were
Yeah, you love fat
You made a whole
Godzilla.
thing about Fat
thrilled.
Godzilla.
It became
I
like
made
a
a-
whole online.
I made
Make a
I made a Tumblr based on Fat
Do-
Godzilla, which is
do
fun,
do
by
do
the
a
way.
Tales of Boba Fett. Do a Tales of Boba Fett.
Tales of Fat Boba Fett. I would totally
No,
do
Tales of Boba
Fat.
Fat. Do that. That's just
Boba
the title.
Fett.
Yeah.
Tales of Boba Fett. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Although
Tell your
fun of
own
them.
tale.
honestly,
Yeah.
John, I want you to do it because I want to see which of your Facebook friends that still hasn't blocked you will get mad at you for fat shaming Boba Fett. I know it's gonna happen.
Already happened.
Yeah.
I
It's
know it
already
will happen.
happened.
I know it's
Yourself
gonna
up.
happen.
How insensitive in advance you are.
Well, since so many of my friends suddenly in the last 4 years decided, oh, democracy is important, I got to deal with that. Where people are just like, and now I'm woke and I'm going to tell you stuff, and you're like, where were you? Fuck you. You know, it's just, God damn it.
Sounds like
You're
you've had too
old.
much internet lately.
You're old. The world's moved on. What do you want?
Let's all
No, it's
John, just
all-
look at
dream of
TikTok for 10
spring.
minutes. You'll feel like you're 90 years old.
let's go sit in a park.
I already feel 90.
Have you
years
seriously watched TikTok? I mean, like, I look at it, I'm like, not only does this make me feel old, but I ever feel
Bob,
embarrassed for most
Bob.
people on there.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God, I can't
oh my
everybody-
God,
oh
the
my God.
embar- it's
I look
so
at about-
embarrassing.
A grand total of 30 seconds my whole life. Tyler keeps bringing shit up like, hey, look at this on TikTok. I'm like, you might as well be showing me hieroglyphics from another planet. I don't give a shit. I don't fucking care at all, man.
That is so accurate,
It's
man.
so
I-
good,
yeah.
dude. Sometimes I'll watch TikTok and I'll be like, I can't believe a human being did this.
It's weird.
Yeah.
that
It's
a
so
whole
embarrassing.
platform makes me feel that way.
Yeah,
Not
it-
just like, oh,
yeah.
there's videos and stuff. It's not that different from anything else, but for some reason, just looking
No,
at it.
I
it's like,
disagree. I think
Nah.
that it's
Blah.
900 times more embarrassing than the stuff I've seen on YouTube, and YouTube is very embarrassing. But TikTok is like if you boiled you know how you boil something down to make a sauce, and all
Yeah.
the you know, like TikTok is YouTube if you overboiled it into a syrup.
Stock. Yeah.
And it's just like
Yeah.
people doing
It's
crazy
just
shit.
skin.
Yeah, it's people just doing like thirst traps that don't make any fucking sense.
I don't even
Or
know what
saying-
that sentence means.
Yeah,
I
right.
really think that Bob Saget was like sacrificed to the TikTok gods,
Oh,
so
no.
that the
TikTok is the anti-AFV.
Yeah,
Let's say it out loud.
Yeah. At least those were fucking curated.
You're not wrong.
Damn
Right?
it.
You're not
Someone
wrong.
was in charge.
Oh my god!
Someone was literally watching the videos and saying, "This is good enough. This is not."
Somebody had to write the
You know,
voiceover.
maybe
Somebody had to write
democracy
what Bob
doesn't
was
work.
Saying.
The death of Bob Saget is the death of curation of the internet.
An admission that democracy is fucking over.
Yeah.
I was on the toilet watching a video series of this homeless guy that's just like, and my fans asked me, "Can you make a flint knife?" Sure, and he just like works on a rock for about hours and in like fast motion. I'm just like, God, I'd hate to be your dog. I would starve to death. You're a piece of shit.
Number one, did you hear what you said? This homeless man who has fans. That,
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's filming
Lord
him
in
and not
heaven.
giving him a home.
Yeah, not giving him a home.
Lord, man.
Yeah,
What are
It's
we
like, okay.
doing?
he's like, I'm making.
Yeah.
Hey, my fans really want me to show you how to live and make an A-frame out of a tree.
it's like we have gotten so good as a culture at hitting the bullseye on a target that is completely opposite of where we want to be shooting. But we can
Yeah.
nail it. I mean, it's like incredibly refined, rapid fire bullshit content.
And
This is a segue into talking about Hawkeye. I'm gonna punch you across the internet.
we're not talking about Hawkeye.
Not even getting
We're
started.
not
Did you not
reviewing.
finish? Did you not finish Hawkeye?
No, I finished it.
Yeah, yeah.
I finished it.
I
feel
finished.
punished for watching the last 5 minutes of it, but
I love that.
other
Dude.
than that, it was fine. I
That
guess
was my favorite part.
it would be.
It is. I loved it.
I would have enjoyed it if you were in the room with me.
God damn it.
Instead, I watched
Oh
it.
man.
You know,
That's honestly,
couch.
when I watch some of this stuff, I'm like, God, I wish I had an outlet like this just to rapid fire, because like it doesn't simmer anymore. It's like at the moment it'll like give me a reaction, but then I'm like, I don't really want to talk about it. But if
Yeah,
I
you
had
let it
somebody
go.
in the room, like to ping it off of, it'd be
I
a lot
also-
more.
I feel like
dude, I find similar opinions on the internet that I'm like, I just feel like an idiot now. Just forget it. Some other fucking asshole that I would hate in real life said it, so whatever.
I think also like the morbidity of life too now makes the simmering go down quicker because you're like,
Oh,
Yeah.
Bob.
Yeah,
like
I got
wait,
way
wait,
more
should I?
important things to think
I don't know if
about.
I should care about Hawkeye when another
Yeah.
90,000 people
we're
died
like-
today.
I
Yeah,
Like,
don't know.
okay, 2 million
I kinda
infections.
Away from another
personally know that
insurrection.
it died.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boba
Christ
Fett's
almighty.
got morbidity. Piece
Son of a
shit.
bitch.
Apparently, John though is not affected by this. Just stop watching the show.
What are you talking about? I gotta get through Miami Vice season 4.
The fact that you watch that stuff and then you have a problem with Boba Fett, it doesn't even make sense. By the way,
I found out that my smart TV has a buzzer channel, so I've been watching ancient game shows all the time.
That's pretty weird.
That's what I'm doing. I'm watching like Sale of the Century from like '83 and shit like that. Did you know that there was a Hollywood Squares that was mixed with Match Game, and they had 2 hosts, and they would switch off and be like a square in the Match Game, and then
John,
dip out.
what the
and
fuck
then the
are you
other
talking
host,
about?
Then this is
Like
the coolest
seriously,
part.
what the God's
This
name are
is
you
the
saying?
This is the coolest part. Like they would have 6 celebrities for the Match
6?
Game, and then when it became Hollywood Squares, 3 more celebrities came over this device.
That's
then it
a
just
total of 9.
It just fitted on top of the Match Game set, so it looked like Hollywood Squares. It was
Very
amazing.
impressive work.
Yeah.
What the hell are you saying right now?
It's hard to explain, but it was great.
I love the fact
Was it lifted like
okay,
by a crane?
Boba Fett,
Yeah.
Book of Boba Fett,
Box?
Book of Boba Fett is so boring and bad, but I'm gonna watch this thing that I just described.
Oh my God.
That's fine. That's it's riveting.
Bob, you don't understand. These people are long dead. Their prizes are destroyed.
You
None
said
of
that was
them.
in the 80s.
All
Not
of these
long
people they're all long dead. These
They
All
could
people
be
are dead.
alive. They could be alive.
No,
People
with that
from like
amount of-
the 40s are still alive.
there are people that are dead from game shows. They're like
I
straight
mean, I'm not
dead.
saying there aren't.
What the fuck?
I'm just telling you, they're all dead. It's great.
Hang on. We're getting
this is
territory here. I thought we were getting conspiracy theories.
I'm watching ghosts celebrate about things that they've lost already. It's
But they're all dead?
fantastic. They're all dead.
Oh my god, that can't
Yeah.
be.
What the hell are you saying?
Except for the episode of Match Game / Hollywood Squares that I watched with Michael Winslow in it, who is not
Okay.
dead.
That's one.
Well, he's not.
So I think
the
your new
first
top-
episode of this show is me and John talking to Michael Winslow, proving he's not dead.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
That was
Still
a
true?
great 40-year-old.
Yeah, he's still alive.
Still holds up. That's good.
He's still alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
From
John,
what I
sounds
know.
like you have a calling to make a podcast to hunt down all these people that were in these shows and then verify that they're all dead. And if they're not,
One of my favorite pastimes is to watch a YouTube compilation where somebody just recorded their television in like 87 and just watch a string of commercials / like TV bumpers of what was going on in like Fort Worth, Texas or something. It's terrific. I don't know if you've ever done that.
Yes, I've done
It's
that.
the funniest shit. It's the fun shit.
That's
funniest
why you
shit
and I
ever.
always say Starburst starts up the juice because of that time we were at your house and you had that
Yeah.
recorded thing from like 1990.
Mike Stetis did. Mike Stetis had
Yeah,
a tape,
Yeah.
and we saw a rare
Family
commercial.
size bucket of spaghetti.
The family-sized bucket of spaghetti. It was a rare commercial. It was the Starburst starts up the juice, which I still can't find the exact one we saw. It's not on YouTube. And then there was this Little Caesars commercial for pasta, and it had like the giant bucket of pasta fall out of the sky and slam onto a table, and all the spaghetti explodes out of it. And I still can't find it on YouTube. Like no one's ever uploaded it before, and I can't find the VHS tape that Mike had.
It was like it was
We've
something
been
like,
obsessed with
get
that
two
commercial.
medium pizzas or a family size
bucket of spaghetti. Like I wonder why we were all so unhealthy. Jesus Christ!
I just want
Fucking bucket. Of
I just
comes
want to
with Laffy
point out.
Taffy.
yeah, right.
10 feet of it.
Here's a sugar loaf. Like
I just want
pixie
to point
dust.
out.
Sprinkle over the whole thing.
I just want to point out how wonderful things were when they were advertising, and none of them knew what targeting and advertising.
Oh my
was,
god.
or had any idea what was going to
It
bring
was
people in the door. It
so
was a
much
fantastic day. Oh my god.
well, I mean, isn't that to like bring it back to like to say how things were? Imagine how wonderful it was to just be a movie critic when there's less stuff.
And there's like
Yeah.
12 movies.
There's like 12 movies a
man.
year, and you can just like it mattered
Oh,
what you
man.
thought of them and stuff. There
Yeah.
wasn't 900 movies a year.
You could like
Yeah.
affect box office sales.
What does it matter
Right.
that you review a movie when someone has like 5 streaming services anymore? Like, why do you even care? You don't have to tell people what to choose. Like,
But not just
Yeah.
that, like anyone can just like go to Squarespace and start up a blog, and now they're reviewing movies. Like
Yeah.
everyone can review movies now. With I mean, like that's what frickin' Rotten Tomatoes and shit is all about. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
like,
all about delegitimizing like mass appeal.
yeah.
Just like across the boards, everybody's got an opinion, so no opinion matters.
I mean, my whole film reviewing career has been completely self-made. It was just me asking people. I asked Kevin Smith's website if I could be a reviewer. Okay, sure. What are your qualifications? I watched a lot of movies. And then that happened, and then obviously everything with Thunder Grunt. It's like, I don't know. It just.
I forgot you used to work for what was it, Quick
Yeah,
Stop or whatever.
It was Quick Stop before he left to create the Smodcast empire.
Poop shoot.
It was movie poop shoot, and then he left and he gave it to another guy, and that's when I kind of was like, this isn't Kevin Smith anymore. I'm out. I don't really care.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I've been like, what is a movie critic anymore besides just people that have opinions? I don't even know. I don't even. That's why I don't call myself that. I never did. I'm on the press list, but why? I knew a guy. It's
We once had to save his career.
yeah, right. I saved his career with this fucking show. That's what I did.
It's
Yeah.
like the only criticism that I'm actually interested in is like tell me something that's good that I don't know about. That's it.
Yeah, like
I don't give a shit
I like
about
to know
anything
about
else.
new
Rex,
stuff.
tell us something that's good that John doesn't know about.
I don't know. Kids are nice. Have a kid.
Yeah, John, have a kid. John, when are you gonna have a kid? Tell us.
Probably when I move out of my apartment
Okay.
When's that
because
gonna
it's
be?
too small for kids. I don't know.
You hear Lale in the background? What?
Rex asked me if I should have a kid. That's what he asked.
Well, I didn't ask if you should have a kid. That's not the question.
No,
at
he
all.
said
I
I'm
have a
encouraged.
kid.
He said have a kid. He didn't even ask.
Declarative.
Such an asshole.
I didn't make you do it.
Yeah, did you just say, am I involved in this decision?
Be as involved as you want to be. Boy, equality.
You don't need a kid. Just get like 7 more cats.
It's like a public
them together.
execution.
Yeah.
You want a blindfold? You want a cigarette?
Fill a trench coat with cats, and that equals 1 human.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a child.
Now I'll get into a movie like
That's
that.
a child.
Yeah, it's probably cheaper than a child, right? 7 cats.
Yeah, I
And
don't
use the
know.
HOA
They
lane.
get- a lot of cats come with a lot of problems, man. You know?
Have you guys been back to the movies? Has anyone? I mean, I saw Ghostbusters and Spider-Man.
I saw
Yeah,
very-
I saw Spider-Man.
Yeah,
We
very.
had this awesome plan to go see Spider-Man.
Oh my
and it
God.
all fucking fell apart.
Rex,
Dude,
you
my
didn't.
awesome
Yeah,
plan was go at noon and no one's there.
Rex.
It was the day after it came
Rex.
out at the Center
Me and Huey, John, and Mike Stetis
Mhm.
had plans to see it opening night at the Senator, but the day of, it was John.
3 COVID scares.
3 COVID scares the day of, and then me and Huey were both like, "Dude, I don't think I want to go." Fucking, and we just didn't go. We just let the tickets. I couldn't even get a refund. It's a donation.
No, you,
to the,
you said you could have.
Donation to the
like,
senator.
Just support the
They
senator.
told
It's
me
a-
I could
it's
have
a-
saved some money. Oh well.
I'm sorry. It kind of all fell apart really quick. It was just like, holy shit! Everyone just had a COVID scare.
Yeah,
I mean, it was not fun. So
that sucked.
like going to see
Omicron.
Spider-Man for me was not a fun thing because I was like in 2 masks and sitting by myself away from everyone, and I was like, this is not
Yeah.
the exciting viewing of this cinematic hand job I wanted.
It's fine. I mean, Spider-Man movies are just for me anyway, so I got to go by myself. And
Yeah, but Rex, was there anyone there? Because I had people there, and hearing the gasp
like
and the
20
clap.
people there. It wasn't much.
Oh, for me, I
Like,
heard like clapping and everything. I
Oh,
was like,
no.
that kind of made me.
I had a group of
reinvigorated a little
Asian
bit.
high school students in front of me, and that was pretty much it. So they're dead silent, like very
very
respectful.
polite. Yeah,
It's exactly the audience I love at a movie theater. No one's making any noise. No one's being ruckus at all.
Huey and John, you still haven't seen it, right?
No.
Yeah, Jesus.
Huey,
Fucking
let's go
pandemic.
see it.
I figure I'll just wait till it comes to streaming. I saw somewhere it's coming in February, so
Yeah, it's
whatever.
not that much.
I think I should watch it in
Months
the
now.
same viewing space that I saw The Eternals.
Oh my God.
What, with your headphones on? Some
No.
Dramamine in your teacup?
Can we all agree Kingo was good? I loved Kingo.
I love Kingo.
Kingo
Yeah,
was
he looked
great.
like in a movie that might be watchable.
It was kind of a shot in the arm.
Look,
sure.
the best part of that is Kingo was like, "Okay, I'm gonna leave for the 3rd act. See ya."
Yeah, bye.
I was like,
Yeah, that
"Fuck."
was-
Typical Bollywood star.
I was like, my favorite character's not gonna be there. For the fuck. What a movie!
What
a
a
movie!
series of
He's-
images.
He's not
Good
going to be
God.
there to pew pew with his fingers. That's fucked
Yeah,
up.
God, what a goofy fucking.
I'd rather watch a Kingo movie that didn't even have superhero shit in it. Just him
Yeah,
just him being
You
in Bollywood
did.
and shit.
I'm pretty
By
sure
the
you
way-
did, Bob.
I've never seen a
God.
more of a disbalance of power skill set than
Good
Mystery Man.
Lord.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
My fists are orange. I'm
Yeah,
God.
did that
Like,
make?
what are there are
Did,
10 of
did-
you?
so
Oh,
he
no,
was
there's
super
shitloads.
strong, but did the fist glowing make him stronger, or did it just like show he was powered
Look.
up?
It
Man.
made him Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
He had to
When
fight
they were
those-
like 2 hours in, like, let's just go find more. I'm like, there are more? Why are there more? What are you talking about? How
I
many
swear-
fucking people does it take to do this? You're not even doing anything now.
why
Hey,
did the
seven-
why
Hey,
did the deviants look
7,000
like?
years. Invent a fucking walkie-talkie, huh?
Why did the deviants look like they were designed by Pier 1 Imports? That's what I
Why
want
is-
to know.
Why is stabbing
They look like
universal
wicker furniture.
death of everything? Why can everything be stabbed to death in this universe?
Cause
Why does a knife kill a god? I don't understand it.
I don't know. They make a really big stink about them not being human, and they die like humans.
You're alive
die,
for a
like,
million
very
years. No one's
easily.
I thought
stabbed
that I was
one
like I thought
fucking
you were
time?
like flesh robots. What's going on here? Like Do they all have normal human organs? Like,
How on earth?
whatever.
Why would you not tell them what they are? Like, what point are they supposed to learn a lesson or something?
Yeah, why even give them a free will? Why give them free will? Why do
Because
that? I don't know.
they're Westworld sex robots, okay? They're just Westworld
Well, two of
sex
them
robots. They just are
slightly
there for the
shift
fucking.
hips
They're
at
just
each other
there
while
for the
staring intensely.
fucking.
I did have a sex scene that was new for Marvel.
The most maudlin
Yeah.
sex scene available to the human race.
I was kind of, not to bring up Joss Whedon, I was kind of hoping for like a Buffy and Spike fuck scene where they fuck like a, like a building down or something like that. But
Sure.
no, it was just,
Nah.
it was a human sex. I was like, they're not, come on. They
it was
should be,
not even. It was like
they
a
should fuck
Mormon
through a
sex
mountain.
scene.
It should be like pounding through a mountain or something.
It was so hot. Everything above the shoulders. That was great.
Like my pants. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
not. Man, I don't know. Jeez.
This is our, guys, this is our last Mound of Thunder review right now. It's
Yeah,
the
it is.
Eternals.
Do we
Mound
want
of
to get
Thunder.
fully into it or
Wow,
what?
okay.
And
Yeah, let's do
the
it.
P turn balls.
Yeah.
Man, I could barely like come up with anything to say.
That's
What
the
a
thing
way-
is,
it's just
I don't even
like-
hate it. I
That's
just
why
didn't
was
care.
Black Knight
I
in
don't
it.
hate it either. It's
I-
just like, what a waste of acting and cinematography that would be totally great if it had any point at all. You know?
Why was it so long?
I have.
God,
why
it was long.
No real conflict.
I
You have
gotta
this many
s-
characters,
Did it-
and there can't just be like
Dude.
opposing forces.
Angelina Jolie had nothing to do. I mean, like, I was like, are you going to give her this storyline this whole time?
Dude, it's insane.
I
when they're
couldn't
getting
believe it.
actors
That was really
of insane
surprising.
caliber
I
to
was
do
like,
these.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, it just stole away everything cool about her and just let her be mentally
I have
not
PTSD.
there.
Me.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Man.
That's
It's okay,
what it
'cause-
was.
Look, we're going to get that thing at the end of the credits now.
Oh, we get people cast as other characters, not on screen, shouting nonsense. Dude, this has gotten so fucking lazy. I when that scene happened, I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Wait, which scene are you
sorry.
talking about specifically?
Stinger at the very, very end.
Which was it again?
With
I
Black
honestly
Knight?
forget.
The thing where the guy's reaching for a sword that no one has any fucking idea.
Oh
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah. That I had to
Someone who
Google
no
it.
one's
I had
ever
to Google
seen.
it. I didn't even understand what that was.
Yeah,
Dude,
nobody knows what
the hell?
Nobody knows what the Ebony Blade and Black Knight,
Why
like
did
a
you guys?
D-list character are.
I
Why
have to
am
know.
I the only person here who has read West Coast Avengers and knows what that symbol means?
And
You
you've also
fucking simpleton!
you have knowledge of a prior Comic-Con appearance. To have any idea who the fuck is even talking. Like, ugh.
I just don't understand why that needs. Why is that a tease?
know who
Just-
Blade is
just-
at this point? Like,
what does it matter if I
How
don't
could
know
that
what
have
it
come
is? I
across?
don't know.
to anybody, as anything.
By the way, one of the things that my wife Lovely pointed out was the where they ended up every time they did the band getting back together
Mhm.
thing.
An area.
The route they took was the most fucking backwards way to get around the entire Earth. They were like, let's go to South America, then fly back to Europe, and then go back over to Asia, and then go back to
Well, they're on a slab. They can pretty much appear places, right?
No, they didn't have the ship until the end. They waited until the end so that they
Yeah,
could
they
make,
didn't
that's
use
where
the ship.
so
The
they
ship was
could-
sitting in
that's-
Babylonia
yeah.
the whole time.
So
yeah.
so they just left that little Caesar's slice box in the ground and then fucking come.
Well, it's not like they're in a hurry.
Yeah, nobody's in a hurry.
All
right, all right.
Stab them.
What was everybody's favorite scene in the Eternals? How's that? Say something like, what's your favorite scene if you had to pick
My
one?
favorite scene was when all of a sudden during the credits, Foreigners feels like the first time just starts playing. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
God
That was pretty funny.
Damn it.
Grief. Yeah.
Why
That
did
was-
they open with
that was-
that?
That was only matched by Jungle Cruise beginning with a Metallica cover, but go ahead.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
My favorite scene was when them eating.
I was gonna say
That was the only time I felt like the movie was
Yeah,
truly
yeah.
working, was then when they were eating.
Yeah.
I was glad the trailer was recut to not ruin it so much
Yeah.
because it was a good scene.
I was like,
Yeah.
that scene made me feel like it could have worked.
Yeah,
like,
it
was
felt
there.
like there
yeah.
could have been. I mean, it's just so frustrating because you just feel like there's just like a pile of great movie parts laying around, and they're just not like making any sense when they're put together. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the
like
best-
this should be good, except for obvious shit. Like Deviants should have, I don't know, a fucking personality if they're gonna be half the movie.
Well, he did develop the personality too late, though. It should have been earlier, I think.
Or
He, like,
or-
you know when
and
he
have it
became
be
sentient,
for a
I
reason.
feel like that should have happened earlier in the movie.
That
it
should
also
have
had
been the
no
first
impact
fight.
on the story at all.
Yeah, the first fight, he like literally absorbs somebody and he becomes sentient.
Yeah,
we
it should
didn't
have
need
been
to
like
be
it
50
should have been
minutes
Cell
in.
from Dragon
That
Ball,
was
Yeah.
which is what that was.
that was one of the Scars guards. I didn't realize that until like. Well,
How
You
could
looked
you
at
know?
the credits. How could you possibly
How
know?
could you know?
He does like 2
They're not
lines.
even trying
He
to
has
make him a
nothing to
character.
do. Yeah, he has absolutely nothing
It's
to do.
just it's like how is stuff
He's got
this bland
something to
at this
do.
point?
He's got something to do. Pay the mortgage on a Manhattan apartment. That's what he's got to do. On an
I don't get
acting
why
salary.
like Marvel's leaning on like generic looking monsters in all their movies lately. It's like, do you not know what you have available to you? Like Shang-Chi had kind of the same thing going on where there's just a shitload of just generic stuff running around.
I don't know. I kind of like
Good
some
to
of the
see that
Shang-Chi
again
designs.
and again.
I mean, the little guys are cool without the faces. I like those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
the-
it's- I don't know. It's not
look,
like
look,
they're
the
not
dragons.
named-
The
you know, it's
dragons
like-
were inevitable, and also I
Why
thought they looked
couldn't-
good.
But I
Why
they look
couldn't
good.
they
Yeah.
just have an all Chinese cast fight little like Uncle Sam's everywhere? That
I
was
thought.
just
I
like-
honestly thought Shang-Chi was okay. I really
I
like
liked
Shang-Chi.
it.
It was fine.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, I
it
don't
was
know.
a solid
It's-
movie.
You get a lot of
Shang-Chi was
genericness in the
the
villainy,
shit.
and that's
Yeah.
surprising considering how much
Love Shang-Chi.
stuff they have available. You know what I mean? Like you can.
It
pull
could.
stuff
It
that
went a
people
little heavy on the
recognize and
CG,
is-
but yeah.
Let's
know,
not
less
forget that each one of
generic
those
looking.
rings is a celestial,
Yeah. Right.
and there are thousands of celestials everywhere. So those are celestials.
I think the problem isn't how good the movies are now. It's that after Endgame feels like the end of a story, right?
Yeah. Now
And it's
just
like, I
all
just
this other
don't-
stuff.
It's not that it's bad. It's not that those movies are bad. It's
They're
just like
fine. They're all entertaining. They know what they're doing.
Yeah,
They're not
it's-
bad
the
The
movies.
shows
It's
too. I
not-
mean, like, well, for the most part, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I loved
I've-
Loki. Loki was awesome.
I love Loki. Yeah. I mean,
They're fun to watch. I
I've
don't
generally
really
liked all the shows.
you know,
I just
mulling on it. It's not building anything coherent.
it all
Like,
it's all
that whole
over
thing's
though.
just- Yeah.
It happened. Like the shit happened, and now
The
it's just-
multiverse thing is a good angle because they can just basically break it now, and they should because it's never this like they whatever they were building toward is done now, and it's like
Yeah.
now you're just building shit for no reason, and it doesn't even work or make much sense. And now I'm just watching you
I
fuck up a
disagree.
Matt Fraction
Yeah.
comic. Like, why are you even doing this? Like Vincent D'Onofrio's like what they have him do in this show is like pathetic. You Vincent
I mean,
D'Onofrio,
he'll be back. He'll be back.
but who gives a
Three-
shit? You're wasting
three
his fucking time with this
seasons,
crap. You know
I
what
don't know.
mean?
I
Like,
liked him in the show, dude. I can't say I
it
didn't.
was he's a cartoon character. You could have pulled out the fucking
Well, he didn't have any time.
Marvel Spider-Man PS4 Kingpin.
I own
Put
New
put him in that
York.
role and it would have worked. You know what I mean? It's like anyone can sit here and babble
It's
about these
like-
fucking characters for 30 seconds and then beat the shit out of a teenager.
Well, yeah, but
It's
I mean,
like-
they're gonna
yeah.
that was more of a preview than it was like he's part of the show.
Well, it's the show we're
You
sitting
know?
here watching. It's
Yeah.
not a preview. It is the content. Like, what are we even talking about? It's a preview. It's the show.
Yeah, well, no, I'm saying it's part
They
of the
want-
problem.
This is what they're making. Everything.
There-
is just
I don't even know
completely
why
just some
that-
other crap. It's
There's
like,
part of me that's like, why is that
Why
even
bother?
being held back? Why is that not just advertised? Like Vincent D'Onofrio is going to be in the show. I don't understand why it
why would
has
you
to
have
be a.
him in a show and then use him for 20 minutes?
Why does it? Well, that regardless of that, why?
Mind-boggling. It's like
Why
having
is it a
Joker in your story.
surprise?
It doesn't matter.
What do you? Why does it not advertised?
Right.
I-
It's like
I don't-
wouldn't that
I,
be the
like,
hook?
What is it? They want more people to watch. I don't understand.
I will tell you why it's not advertised because
I mean, people are going to watch
the
it no matter what.
deal
so.
isn't done yet.
No, that's not true. They filmed
That's
it a
probably
long time
why.
ago. They filmed
No,
it a
they
long
filmed
time ago.
it, but they filmed it so they could cut it out because
No,
it's
they
20
didn't.
minutes.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, they did.
No,
I
they
bet
did
you
not.
there's an
No, they
alternative
didn't.
I
take
don't
to
think
that.
No,
that's true
no,
at all.
that
Bet
is
you,
not.
buddy, there is.
We would win. You're wrong on so
Oh,
many
you're
hard.
wrong. You're
no,
wrong.
you're absolutely wrong.
You're wrong.
Everyone listening to this will also think you're wrong. You will not
No,
win.
no,
You are
no.
100.
You're
I'm telling you,
100%
you're-
wrong.
No, no.
You are Peter
no,
Parker at the beginning
No.
of No Way Home.
No.
Yeah, you're wrong.
No.
They knew he was going to be in it. There was no problem with the contract. Vince
Let me
D'Onofrio was
tell you.
totally on board. That's not
Yeah.
the problem. The problem is
tell
them
you.
acting
Problem.
like them having to keep it from people. Like, why not just tell us it's going to happen? He's going to be in the show. All right. Why is it? Is all we have left is the shock of people showing
Look,
up?
this is
That's really.
what-
They've done it
Isn't
in
that the
every
problem?
show. Someone
This
is someone else.
This
Be
is
very
how they're
tired
going to
of
do
that
it
as a
for the. This is how they're going to do it
point.
for the rest of the time. They're going to throw everything against the wall. Whatever sticks is gonna be the continuity. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna just retcon it all and then narrow it down to the stuff that makes money. That's what they're gonna do. They have shitloads of money.
Okay.
All they gotta do is just like try a bunch of shit. If it doesn't work, if they're like, oh shit, some people like speedball, I guess we'll make speedball a thing. They'll fucking do it because that's the way it works. Everything is just a test of what works. It's all just targeted, focused marketing. They're just going to throw it against the wall and let you figure it out and let the market decide. That's what this all is.
That's essentially the problem is
happening.
we already had that for 10 years and you're going past 10 years. It's like, Jesus, you can't keep doing this. What happens next thing? You know,
You can't.
It's not interesting. This whole
it's
like
not-
build up and everything they're doing, it just feels goofy and stupid, and like they've already
Yeah.
done it, and now they're just doing it crappier, and it's
They
like
don't give a fuck if you
I don't know.
age
It's
out.
just not,
They-
and it's also
they
not
got-
for us anymore.
They
We're
got
not,
fans coming out of the
kids.
womb right now. They're gonna be 9-year-olds that just found out about the Hulk. Fuck you and your whole fucking problem with it. You're old now. You go watch something
it's
else.
also TV show mentality. I mean, like, it's weird to me that, I mean, that's exactly what TV shows have always done, is just allude to what's going to keep happening in the next season, the next episode. You know what I mean? The MCU did it for the first 10 years. Why wouldn't they keep doing it? They should have been making TV shows actually sooner, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it should have
Yeah.
been
they
a TV
basically
show.
were.
Yeah,
It's weird that they
it was.
abandoned
Figure out
a lot of that
change the
earlier
scale
stuff.
to where it made sense.
It always all this stuff should have been TV shows. It's just funny that it wasn't, you know. But they made more money because it wasn't. But
I was a
We got to
little
watch the
sad.
same origin movie 10 times.
yeah,
I was a little sad with the amount of money they put into the Eternals. They still had to have a product placement for Twinkies.
God, so blatant. It's like
Yeah,
and why
God.
Twinkies? Like,
literally. Yeah.
why not something
2022.
else?
Isn't there a Twinkies ad running on this while I'm watching it on my own fucking TV? Like,
Could you
God,
have,
do you
like,
have to do this?
Couldn't you have a triangle-shaped Twinkie to promote the Eternals?
Can't you just
fuck?
make Amazon send me
Twinkie.
Twinkies while I watch
a
it?
Twinkie?
I can't believe people eat Twinkies anymore.
They should
Yeah,
have. They should have
that's
made.
real
Like,
issue.
Jesus
they
Christ.
should have made Twinkies with 6 holes drilled into it, so it looks like a Celestial's face.
I honestly,
That's scary.
it's actually scaring me how little I remember of the Eternals. I paid full attention to it,
I
Dude,
always
legitimately
I have
don't
such-
blame you. Vote.
and
It's
my mind's usually a pretty good trap for everything. And the Eternals
It's
is like,
shockingly little happens.
it's like so.
It's
nothing
not even
happens.
explain. I would there. It's not even like where like it's just giving you information so that you understand what's coming later. It's just scenes. It's just people talking, and
It's
like
also
going anywhere. Like
very uninteresting looking.
yeah,
I've known.
Yeah.
Every time people are shitting on it, I always bring that up because to me, I was like, God, it's so dark and it looks so pale. There's a paleness to it that just looks like like I said, a real estate agent designed everything. It's just something is very like
right.
liminal. I'll use that word, liminal
Ooh,
about it.
good
word.
It looks very liminal, like an office building superhero movie or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not interesting to stare at.
It really
Their
is.
costumes are really bad to me. Like they're
Bland.
really
Very
just
bland.
terrible. I couldn't.
There's no like.
It looked like a WB show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it totally
it
did. If
really
that was
did.
if that was a CW show, I would forgive it. But it's
Sure.
not a CW show. But it looks.
It has
like
Selma Hayek and Angelina Jolie in it, for God's
that.
sake.
Yeah,
It's like,
right.
Did you not think this through to the point? Like, it just feels like, how well constructed, like Iron Man and Captain America and Thor, and like that was like, I felt like that was just like, I don't know if it was just way more critical or what, that they needed to get these parts together exactly right. This just feels like, well, it's, I don't know, something nobody knows about, and we're not going to pay any fealty to it while we're making it, and it also isn't interesting. It's like, what the hell are you trying to sell me
Why
on this
are
for
we
this?
doing
You know?
I think also it was an attempt to be more DC esque. Or
Mhm.
you know,
Oh,
she
absolutely.
even said Zack Snyder was actually one of her inspirations.
Totally.
She said
that
that.
maturity is sorely lack. I mean,
No, but
I
so
love
is
it for trying to bring that stuff into
into Marvel, but it didn't.
this, palette, but it's not going to gel. No
It
one else is
does-
going to.
You know what the problem is that I'm not trying to like compliment Zack Snyder on a Mound of Thunder show.
Good lord, Bob.
but no, I mean Chloe Zhao is like sane.
Sure.
Like she can't be
Yeah.
Zack Snyder. She's a sane person who's probably a much better, clearer filmmaker than he ever was.
Yeah,
so his insanity is what makes that stuff kind of watchable.
It stands out. It's
like he's so
it.
nuts and so crazy he can do that, but she doesn't know how to translate it.
This is just all very, very human performances in something that amounts to like literally nothing.
She doesn't have the ego or the hubris of Zack Snyder. That's
here's
the problem.
The thing. Here's the thing. You have 10 years of characters that are indifferent to the magic of cutting edge technology, magic, space travel, things happen, time travel, all these things happen with ironic distance and humor and everything else. And then you go, well, what do you feel about religion?
Yeah.
And
it does kind of feel that way. It's very stilted. It's very like, this is not an angle that is
also like the
hasn't
writing
been covered exactly.
Yeah. Much like with the Black Widow problem, you have to just write in lines where they have to explain where they were and everything.
Yeah,
it's just,
and
I understand why you guys did that, but it was maybe this says that you shouldn't have done this. Maybe the fact that you had to write that line means you shouldn't have made
once
the
they say that out loud, it's like, what the fuck are you doing on this planet?
Planets, yeah.
Like,
why? Yeah.
If that is like what you stuck to for this long, what in God's name have you been doing? And every time they show them doing anything, it's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you have been fucking with people this entire time, which is exactly what you're not supposed to be doing.
Who's the guy who controls minds? Who's that guy?
That's Druig.
Druig wouldn't have interfered with Thanos because it seems like
his
he would
powers
have.
Interfere.
No, I'm saying it seems like he would have stepped up because the way his character is. It seems like he would have stepped up. Right.
I
think it's because he is a villain in the comics, and they wanted to not follow a particular, because there's only like a handful of Eternals books out there, and he's generally like, he and Gilgamesh are generally the villainous ones, so they probably wanted to not do that. Why Druig didn't do what you would expect him to do.
Part of me was like, why? This didn't need to take place now. It could have taken place before Thanos, but then I'm like, then you can't do that because where were they again?
I mean, Jesus
Christ. At the end of a period, to say it happened like in 2005. It says that in the opening or something, and then at the end of the movie, you give a reason why they're not even remotely near Earth. Well, that would have made, at least that would have cleared it up, and then
it's when the what's his name shows up and takes the Eternals away.
Yeah, and that would have explained why they weren't there for Thanos.
Perfect. That's a perfect explanation.
Yeah, I just did that in 5 seconds. So, yeah, it didn't need to take place in 2021. That's what I'm saying.
Right, and it just felt like it didn't even want to address it. It was just like, put a line of dialogue. It's like, God, you're Disney. You have so much money. Can you fucking like not use the cheapest bullshit to get out of these things?
Just care again.
So irritating. Oh, a throwaway line.
The thing
Good job, you lazy fucks.
Dude,
like, come on.
It might have worked if there was no pandemic financially, I think. I think people would still show up.
You know a movie's gonna eat dick completely when you see an opening scroll that long. Like, I was just like,
if you have
to explain
as soon as I saw that, I was like,
dude,
as
soon as that happened, I was like, oh shit, we got a Theodore Rex. Yeah, that's what's happening. So Theodore Rex is happening.
My favorite scenes were with the valet because there was a human asking questions.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Why is that happening?"
Hence, Kingo being the best character.
Right?
Exactly.
He's aware
Kingo was also the only character that was mostly human, and he understood why the Eternals were kind of out of place.
Yeah. Even Santa Claus the movie knew that you needed a kid to ask questions of Santa Claus to tell you why this is working and why is it happening.
I mean, it's so weird that that's not what the Black Knight character. That's not the role he filled.
Yes!
Right? Why was he even in it?
Why is he even in it? So he can be in the last.
God, that's such a good point. Why was he?
Maybe.
Well, I'm assuming they were assuming 3 Eternals.
Was he there to wear Burberry jackets?
I mean, even if they assume that, it almost establishes that early on, because like when they show up and she has to leave and stuff, he is so like dumbfounded by what's happening. He would have been a perfect audience through line to this whole thing.
Yeah.
And yet we shoehorn in.
Also, it would have given us who the hell he is too.
Yeah. I mean, we could have gotten anything about that character.
Yeah.
Plus, if it's like the whole goal is to set him up as a hero, why doesn't he do anything? It's like, why would I be excited about a D-level Avenger not picking up a fucking sword. Guys, like, Jesus, come
He's
on.
a teacher who eventually
I don't
doesn't
care
pick up a
that
sword.
much.
So okay, that's a good question too. Like,
Let's just point
So-
out that swordsman in the fucking
Right, this is
Hawkeye show
Not even
had more
unprecedented.
action scenes than Black Knight.
he did.
Right?
I mean, no. Here's
Goofy.
here's the problem going
Goofy,
forward. I
goofy
think too.
territory
Like,
here.
Yeah.
like when we're talking, the Infinity Saga, we are talking about the main characters of that saga are also like literally the comics main characters too, right?
Right.
Yes.
Like okay, we could argue about what is right and wrong, but you can say Thor, Captain America, Iron Man, like they sold
Yeah.
themselves
Sure.
pretty much, and the fact that they were executed well also helps. But
Yeah.
but like when you're talking about these other characters that no one's ever heard of, you
Mhm.
need someone like, what is the one example I can think of in Infinity Saga is Guardians of the Galaxy that sold a bunch of characters no one fucking knows about.
Yeah.
So you need
But
someone
you need a
like
deft hand, man.
well, I'm saying you need like a James Gunn to come around to sell these people to something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
And I think
Eternals
that's-
is this movie that doesn't have any interest in selling us the Eternals. It's just like
Yeah.
assuming we already love them.
Yeah.
It's not trying
I
to make
wouldn't
us
say
fall.
that because nobody knows who the Eternals are. But
But no, I'm
I'm
saying the way it's written. I'm saying the way it's written is not is
without
already
it interfering with everything else. You know what I mean?
no, that. But I mean, like the way it's actually written is the characters seem like it. They were already supposed to love them. It doesn't do any
didn't
effort
get
to
see
make
the
them fall in love
proper
with us.
intro.
Right.
Yeah,
Their cinematic version.
They gave us the equivalent of like a 90s R&B single music video as far as what our couple does or what they don't do.
Yeah, they're kind of like little chess pieces on a board, but I don't know who they are or why I like any of them, except maybe Kingo, which I kind of got who he was as a human being
Yeah.
or as a thing, and then
Yeah. Like you get them as like characters talking to each other in a movie.
I don't
as
know
to
who
why
Icarus
they're
is.
a team on a planet with a goal. It's like something just does not add up.
Oh, hey, Chris, 7,000 years ago, I saw that you guys invented the missionary position. I mean,
Yeah, it's like okay, and then what?
goddamn, what else?
It makes me think almost too like you got to have somebody with you got to have some humor in there to make you warm up to people first.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
can't be like deadly serious with how many characters too. It's not just that it's serious; it's that you're trying to get us to love like
10
7
different
people, 10 people. Like,
10.
holy Christ, this is a lot
Even
of fucking.
Even the fucking Blues Brothers movies knew if you're gonna get 7 fucking band members together, 5 of them are in a band so that you get them immediately. You don't have to do them every single fucking individual.
God,
Jesus Christ!
when they're teasing
Even-
more Eternals, it's like, what are you? Do you think I have an infinite capacity to just love every person you put on camera?
Honestly,
Like,
I
what
think the
are you-
movie could have been 3 Eternals.
3 would be great.
I think
Oh,
3.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
it could have been like
Maybe-
Icarus and 2 other people, and it,
Or like
and
a couple of them are
it's a
just
totally
on
different
Earth and they're
movie.
not part of this group.
yeah.
You know, if there were others, then it's like, then what is the importance of these 10 people throughout this time period where they mostly don't even talk? Like, why are you following all of them?
10 rings.
That's why. No, that's why. Yeah, you're right. I'm just talking about like how it could have worked. I'm not talking about the
Yeah.
obvious
Sure.
mechanics of it. Yes, they 10 rings, the 10 of them, but
Uh,
but still, like, you can't get me to love 10 people in one 4-hour movie that I've never met before and who are all like apparently just completely comfortable with their own fame.
I'm just tired of movies.
right?
I just can't take a movie where the entire time you are not even watching what's going on because you're just asking questions of it. You know, you're just like,
Mm.
oh, you've learned how to make a meat out of your own spit, but you can't fucking lattice a pie. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's whatever, but yeah.
That's
You know, it's like, come on, you can lattice a pie.
Tiny grape.
Also,
There's 7 seasons of Great British Bacon Show. Buy a TV, asshole.
but also like the twist at the end is like, oh my God, we're just fucking robot puppets. I was like, man, that twist did not have any weight. I was like,
There's no- yeah,
because I was like, I'm already assuming you're aliens, so you being robot puppets, I was like, it's not really that big of a jump. You're not human. Okay, so you're some other thing? Okay. It's not like it's mind blowing. Like, oh my god, we're not humans at all.
Right.
We're made by Celestials.
in
I was
this
like,
movie are
wait,
not-
Celestials can make people, right? So it's like not that big of a deal that you were made by Celestials, right? Like, they're Celestials.
I just
It's
can't.
such a hard, complex sell, man. Just the logic of it is just so Byzantine.
Yeah.
Not to mention the entire movie postulates that Thanos is right.
Well, Icarus thinks he's right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos is right.
God, and
It's
please,
fine.
for the fucking love of God, stop giving me evil Supermen. Just please. Can I have...
I swear to God, man.
I swear to fucking God, stop it.
I don't know. It's going to take like a real cultural shift, I think, because everybody loves these anti-hero murder Supermen. Fucking The
wait for Black
Boys,
Adam.
fucking Invincible,
Adam, right?
fucking
Black Adam. What
Black
the fuck
Adam.
is that?
I mean, it's just like
Who was
it's
asking
incessant.
for that?
It annoys me. He's
Dwayne
not...
Johnson for 10 years.
I mean, he'll sell that movie. He is more popular than God, and he just will. But, like, why is there a Black Adam movie, and why is he just not in Shazam 2? Why is it not...
Right.
He should just be in
There's an
Shazam 2.
infinite appetite for this, apparently. Why is Carnage in the second Venom movie?
Dude, whatever. That
How
movie
much
was
time
hilarious.
do we have? God damn it.
Okay, Carnage knows it's terrible, and that's why it's amazing. You got to watch that movie. It's fucking
I've
hilarious.
seen parts of it, yeah.
It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like-
definitely is.
Like that, I actually wish more movies were like that.
But I mean, just
That
it's
movie
like
breaknecks, just fruit.
Yeah,
punch.
no, that
It-
was
it-
like that reminded me of the '90s. I was like, when they didn't give a fuck or know what they were doing, it was way more fun.
which is fine, but it's just it's a little surprising to me that's the second Venom movie. Like you
Yeah.
greenlit and made hundreds of millions of dollars. That's something that started Riot. It's like what the
Riot.
fuck? You had
Rex.
to prime this. Just
Rex.
put him in the fucking. You know what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
that could have been the
what's
first. That
driving
could
your
be the
wheels
first
wrong?
movie.
Rex, you and me.
crying out loud.
Mobius. Let's go watch
Let's
this.
do it.
Dude, their whole model. I'm like, my mind is blown. I'm like, you can't possibly believe you're gonna get
Hey,
anything
Did,
out of this.
It's
did
worth
you guys?
Omicron
Ethan
just.
Hunter and Mobius.
It's worth getting
Yeah.
infected with COVID just to see Mobius.
Did you
Omicron.
guys
Maybe we can
just?
just have a
Omicron.
fever dream.
Did we just make a vampire franchise out of a sex cultist guy? I
Dude.
think we did. Oops.
Oh man.
Could you make a less appealing pitch on this? Like,
Good
Yeah,
God in heaven. Give
He
me
has the-
female Dracula.
He has
TV
the
show.
power. He has the power
What
to
if-
make
At the same
underage
time.
women drink Kool-Aid.
what if the worst Joker was also Mobius?
Was the
Like,
okayest
good Lord in heaven, what
vampire
are
in
you
the
doing?
Spider-Man universe.
It's such a weird choice. God
What if he
damn it.
plays the
Yeah, it got
shittiest
made.
character in every universe?
If they keep going, I would absolutely fine. Just keep letting Jared Leto be terrible. Fucking
I can't wait
Sure,
till
he
they
couldn't
let him play
play-
Waluigi.
Waluigi, I'd watch it.
Yeah,
that'd be
Waluigi.
good.
There you go.
Well, it's nothing
Probably got
matters
shot down
anymore.
for his
It's
Alistair
me
Smythe
from
movie.
House of Gucci. It's me again. I wear same fat suit. I kept it. Ah!
Actually, there's a multiverse now. They could probably bring in his character from his other movies, and Mobius could meet like the guy from Fight Club and
Yeah, the guy
the dude from Blade Runner 2049. Like he meets all his other Jared Leto characters. Like it's
Jesus,
Mobius No Way Home, and
the blonde kids all beat the shit in Fight Club.
Why don't they just line them up?
I would like it
together?
because
It gets better.
They're
It gets
all
better,
one
beat up
imagine
Jared
watching
Leto.
that movie, just be like, why is this? Why is it happening? Why is there a Jared Leto movie like this happening?
I think
I
you
hope
should
in the
just-
multiverse, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, they work Jared Leto as a different character into every scene.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Letoverse.
Just put all of his characters on the same xylophone and just whack them with mallets because they're all one note, man. You're gonna get a
Oh,
note
boy.
out of them. God
There
damn
is
it.
another universe where all four of us are going to see Mobius opening night, or at a
Yeah.
Then
press
we have
screening.
sex with each other.
Yeah, then we have sex. With
We're all married.
Yeah.
Let me record that.
Then we
Yeah.
we record
yeah,
the sex.
we record the sex.
Yeah,
We don't
it's
talk about
porncast.
movies.
For the
on
porn
All
this
that
cast.
porncast.
It's the
Yeah.
porn cast. Yeah,
We
the
get all
porno
horned
cast.
up by watching movies that we don't
You know-
mention on the podcast.
You
So-
don't like.
A couple weeks ago, I realized
Gotta get the frustration
You gotta
out,
guess.
right?
Based on the
I'm
sounds
going-
we're making, what movie we watched.
a couple weeks ago, I was on Twitter and somebody pointed out that there are now Pornhub podcasts, and I was like, man, that feels like the medium really is at a at a turning point, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
We
there's
run out of step content.
Pornhub is like it has podcasts on the actual site with porn, and I went and I like looked at one of them. They don't have video. which I found to be insane. I was like, so wait,
wow.
there's porn stars doing podcasts on Pornhub, and there's not even fucking
That's
video.
awesome.
It's just the audio. I was like, what is going on?
Now tell me, meanwhile, the skull base has too many characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like,
Old
shit,
the problem?
fashioned.
Or are we not
if you're
fucking-
advertising a podcast hosted by porn stars, you'd think you turn on even just any type of camera, right?
Bob,
Right? A
Bob,
webcam.
so
Something.
they really don't want to be identified with what they're saying. I mean, no, porn.
Not
sorry.
that porn. No, look, no heart, no fucking anything meant bad in porn stars. Sex work is real work, all that shit. It's just funny to me that they wouldn't film it. I don't know why. You know,
No, I mean, like,
Yeah.
legit-
Joe Rogan's filming. We don't see his fucking
Right.
face, and then you're not filming porn stars talk. What are we doing as a people? It's funny to me. I don't know. What is podcasting anymore? Okay.
By the way, why is it high noon in Huey's room?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you in a different time zone?
Why are you in a different
Are you in the
time
same
zone?
house?
I'm in the same house as
How
Huey.
is this possible?
Yeah.
Why is there a floodlight
right on the
outside?
equator.
Is there like a portal in the second floor of the house, like slowly
Yeah.
tearing reality apart?
So
Are you about to be cocooned?
it's only because of your limited aspect ratio.
It's the dynamic range of the actual
My aspect rate. Don't bring my aspect
oh,
ratio into
I'm
this.
sorry, man. It's
Okay, it's
Those
because
well-placed
you have
lights.
well-placed lights.
yeah.
Well, you know what? Now I feel like we can sort of end here because we
Sure.
reviewed a movie,
We did.
we talked about the show,
Yeah.
we had a little fun, and I remember why this was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This used to be fun, and it did only last 15 episodes, and then our schedules killed it completely. And I pretty much gave up, so I'll put a little bit of blame on myself. But
But hey, here we are doing it.
no, this was good, guys. I mean, like, it reminded me of
One
you know,
for every episode.
this. I mean, let's be honest too. Like, this was what the last episode was 2017. Mound ended a while ago.
Wow.
Right. So it's not like it just ended. It was a fucking minute ago, guys.
Maybe we
Yeah.
should do one every 5 years, like Stalin.
Yeah, we could do
We'll
that.
just blame Thanos
The
on it.
5 years
Like,
plan.
hey, we're all
We'll
back
just-
again.
I'll have a different show called, like, I don't know, Wing Night or something, and then we
Wing night.
can, Wing Night.
Wing
I'll have
shrimp.
a Shrimp Night reunion, the Shrimp Night Mount of Thunder reunion.
Mandatory night at the X windup.
You should,
That'll be my Eternals. The Thunder Grunt Eternals will be then.
The wind
Nothing
down
even.
space.
Oh, Bob's just
Yeah.
giving up. It doesn't even make any sense anymore. Why do we even
Okay.
care about these characters?
Okay, Salma, in this scene, we're going to kick you off a mountain and you're going to be devoured by CGI
Dude.
dogs. So,
When she
this
did-
act,
When they said she was dead, I was like, did I miss a scene?
I
Remember
was
that?
confused the
I
whole
was like,
movie.
wait, she died? I was
Dude, based
By
on
the-
what little I know about the Eternals, the one thing you would change is they can't come back.
yeah, it's weird.
Doesn't it make their whole name mean nothing at all?
They're
Yeah.
the
just people.
Eternals.
They're just
I-
people who don't die.
Rex,
of old
not
age.
only that is
That's it.
their brains are apparently really easy to just copy and paste. Why can they even die? I don't even understand.
Right. They don't in the comics. They just are resurrected in the ship,
Right.
which makes sense because they're fucking robots sent to do something a million billion miles away. Why? Whatever. it
All
doesn't
right.
matter.
Yeah. No more. Okay. That's the last Mound of Thunder review,
doesn't
possibly ever.
did you guys
It's
notice
fine.
that Salma Hayek was a mannequin at some points in the movie, and
Well,
it was
they
a
all
really
are.
bad mannequin?
I mean,
No,
yeah,
no,
sure, whatever.
It was almost like this actress could not be told to lie on the ground for 4 hours. She's like, I'm not doing that.
Of course
Get-
she
get
wouldn't.
it-
She's
get a
Salma Hayek. She
mannequin.
doesn't need
I'm
to
a
do that.
Hayek.
Yeah, good body double for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that.
My
yeah.
my husband's a billionaire. I'm not doing
It doesn't-
Thank you.
She wasn't even on set. They just probably rotoscoped her face onto someone else's body, and
it. Yeah.
she
Do
got
you
to
guys
stay on her
actually-
villa.
The
You
baby
actually
from
don't have
American
anything to plug, do
Sniper
you?
looked better.
No,
You guys, none of you have anything to plug, do you?
No, they know is over.
Well,
Uh,
Huey, you could plug the YouTube channel
I would
of
like to
Madcast.
plug
oh,
Advil liquid gel caps.
Okay.
They're the
What do they do?
best. Well, they cure temporary reduce fever.
They
really?
cure temporary reduced fever.
They,
So John
they
has nothing to plug, I guess.
temporarily relieves minor aches and pains due to headache, muscular aches, menstrual cramps, the common cold, backache, toothache, and minor pain of arthritis. Advil liquid gels.
Sounds
And
good.
that's why it all works so well.
Beautiful.
Also,
So yeah, Madcast is on
industrial
YouTube.
strength.
John, what are you doing?
ultra-dusty spray.
Yes.
Oh, get that bullshit out of here, John Bennett. You get
Yeah,
one.
look
of
at that
these.
thing.
An adult that
Oh,
keeps things in his house
Sorry.
for any amount of time. You get one of these.
Mjolnir for all your needs.
I would like to give Sharpie. This is the Smear Guard brand. This does not smear. When
Guard.
you're-
Go get plug your
I think that's one of
CPAP
the 9
machine
realms.
or the posters behind you or something. No, don't. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Don't.
Plug
Okay,
the
this is
Link's
the
LT
Swarm.
USB card
This is the
going
Swarm
into my
from Night-
converter.
There
Okay.
you go.
PS3 remote with dust on it for all your
Okay.
exciting life gaming.
And
Xbox 360 controller, same reason, less dust.
Here's a coupon booklet for Giant supermarkets. Let's see
Don't
what's
just throw that out,
inside.
man. It's not.
Let's see what's
It's all
inside.
expired
It's,
already.
it's over $11.
Huey's hoverboard.
Over $11. It cost $11 to make those damn things. Why don't you
I
just
have a
reduce
vial of
prices at the
salt
damn register?
from the Museum of Middle Appalachian, Saltville, Virginia.
Okay,
Holy shit.
That's not bad.
Good. That's better than what
something.
I had to plug.
that's something. So yeah, everyone go and listen to the 23 remaining, or how many is it?
It's 23 or 24. It's under Magcast : The Olden Days.
The olden days on
anybody
YouTube,
ever
where everyone
wants to
listens to
listen to
podcasts.
I do feel like one of
Apparently.
my strongest podcasting moments is in one of those episodes. So
There you go.
go ahead and listen to that.
And then everyone
Huey.
visit John at Facebook, where he posts all of his things instead of Twitter.
Yep.
Still,
Well, I posted
years
on Twitter
later.
today. I posted on Twitter today.
nobody. Yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did
I
not.
You
did.
didn't.
I did
Nope.
post on Twitter today,
And
and it
go
got
and-
0 views like it always does.
Go and visit Rex's OnlyFans,
Yeah.
where
It's
you can,
empty.
where
I'm
you're
not
earning
on it.
money
It's
to
just
pay
an-
for your
it's just a
family.
camera running in an empty room. I figured if you leave it on 24 hours a day and just slap some
Rex,
I should just, I
advertising
should
on
just put this. I should put
Rex.
podcast behind
Rex,
Rex,
OnlyFans.
you need to find
Yeah.
a hobby that is 10,000 miles away from a microphone. That's all I gotta say. You gotta like get into horticulture or some shit. I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like yard
Beekeeping.
work. It's just winter right now. You know, you have to also remember it's like been 16 degrees for like a
It's
week.
16 degrees.
seen
Everything.
the
Everyone
sun.
is sick. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's sickness
Not good.
abound. I'd mostly deal with a 3-year-old, so my energy level in general is just all reserved for that.
Just listen to
So,
some
you know.
Slipknot. Get down with the sickness.
I already did that. I'm done with that.
I'm
We don't
up
need
with
to
the
talk about that
sickness
on
now.
I'm middling with the sickness, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just really haven't had any growth with the sickness, and it surrounds
My
us. So I
interest
just
is
wish
waning
I want a
on the
growth.
sickness.
Yeah. All right. I guess that's everything. Unless you guys have anything else, that's it, right? I mean,
No, I don't.
this was great. I actually really
This was
enjoyed
wonderful.
this.
Me
Thank you for
too.
doing
I
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Glad we all got
I'm gonna-
to finally agree.
I'm gonna do another one with Huey. Will be back because I'm gonna do
I
one with
posted on
Alps.
Twitter.
I can't see it, dude. It's
That's
all
just
blown
white.
out.
What are you talking about?
Huey will be back. We'll do an Alps episode eventually.
I will, but not an
Yeah.
episode for the very first podcast we ever did together.
Are you
we
gonna
could-
do one of these
Shit,
for?
program.
Are you doing one of these for bonus disc, or is bonus disc still?
Well, that's the thing is, the bonus disc will, if Matt is down, which I'm pretty sure he is, it'll happen again once I guess I feel it's safe.
Mhm.
But I also have to ask guests and shit. And I don't trust people, to be honest with you.
Honestly, you probably don't have to ask guests. You and
and
Matt
Bob-
are
yeah, you and
probably
Matt
enough
doing it.
just to carry it. I mean, you could optionally
We
ask
could.
guests.
I think that,
You
but
guys are
I think
both
the
very
guests
funny.
still
added
also
something.
just do this model. You know,
Nope.
we're
not doing. I'm
interested
not
in
watching
that.
a movie on Zoom with people. I'm just not. I'm the one who said no to that.
Right on.
I think I don't know how Matt feels about that, but he seemed like he agreed with me. Like
Yeah,
I've watched movies like this with people. I hate it. I don't want to sit here and it's just
Yeah,
terrible.
sure.
And bonus disc, unlike some other shows, has to be in person for the magic to happen, in my opinion.
Hmm.
So it's like, don't do it if it's going to be fucking half-assed. That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
Right.
So yeah, I might do that. I'll do that with Matt and maybe Sean, since we always called him kind of the main third member, So yeah, I'll do these again. I won't do an episode for Chuck Wagon. Sorry, John.
That's dead.
Yeah, it's dead. What are you
Chuck
doing?
wagon.
We cleaned that.
John,
John.
what's happening? You look like Tom Savini when we're this close.
Yeah, I know. Good lord. Well, John's going off the rails. I'm gonna stop recording. This was
All right.
great.
Yeah, man.
Why are you gonna
We can
stop
talk after I
recording?
stop. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
stop
yeah, yeah.
recording.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
All right,
This is the
fine,
end.
whatever.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Mound of
Fuck
Thunder.
yeah.
Everyone say what we always used to say. Mound of Thunder.
Of lightning.
You just made it to the end of Shrimp Night, a casual chat show available only on the Thunder Grunt Podcast.